sorry for the slight delay. We were just sorting some technical difficulties out. But it's all sorted now, so we should be good. Hello, and welcome to Natural Havoc. That's us. We're a group of Twitch streamers that gave playing and streaming Dungeons and Dragons a go, and now we are 41 episodes into it, which is kind of nuts. So yeah, we play the 5th edition system with a load of homebrew rules thrown in, such as drinking potions as a bonus action for yourself and other such things. Yeah, we're not new to D&D. We're all veterans. We're all experts. We're the Dons. And, you know, if anyone dies, they're a scrut. No, it's all good. It'll be absolutely fine. But in our current scenario, maybe there'll be some fighting between players more than an enemy from the looks of it. But, you know, we'll see how things go. So, yeah, thank you for being here. Let's go round the room and say hello to all these lovely people around us. And they're going to tell you who they're playing today. So, Tech Wizard Tim, take it away.
Welcome, guys. I am Tim. I'll play Arcturus, Vidalcan, Warlord, and a very, very smart scholar. So yeah, I'm curious about to find out what's gonna happen today.
Awesome. And below Tim, we have Eagle. Eagle, take it away.
Hello. I play Andros. Aloxidin. Follow the Twitter. And the YouTube, who are today's sponsors. Smitty, tell us about the YouTube.
What about the Instagram? You always forget the Instagram.
And Discord.
And Discord. Yes, follow us on all the socials, or should I say follow the socials. And I am the culprit. I'm the reason we're late. My audio isn't working. It still isn't working, but at least I can hear these guys. But I'm just sat here in silence otherwise, so. And I'm playing Maeve, half-elf, a druid, barbarian. Yay.
Half-elf, druid, barbarian. Anyway, and to the other side of the screen, we have Zeb. Zeb, take it away.
Yeah, it's me, Agent Zeb. I play Erhard Widestaff. He's a wild magic sorcerer, so he goes crazy once in a while.
His magic does be a little bit cray-cray. And above Zeb, we have Lan. Lan, take it away.
Hello, my name is Lan. I play Shion, the resident diva warlock, who's in a really sour mood right now, so let's see how that'll go.
Still love the title of Diva Warlock. I think it's a really, really good title for her. It just suits her perfectly. And I am Onion. I am the Dungeon Master. So I am like the narrator. I play all of the NPCs and all of the things that they wish to speak to, such as horses. We've had some birds. We've had a few other animals. Rats, yeah, we had, was it Kevin or Clive or someone the rat? Yeah, we had him. Yeah, I'm also the inanimate objects that they tried to speak to too. Like, I don't know, if someone got a pet rock or something. But yeah, I'm all those things. So, yeah, I play all of that. Right. We are going to go and I will say the recap just to catch a few people up in case they missed last week's session. So, without further ado, our session began with the party taking a moment's rest in a nearby house beside the rubble of the Ruby's Rest Tavern. Kingston Bernardo had awoken and the party had some questions for him. Kingston claimed that the attack on Arkenvale was due to a sour business transaction that went wrong. The Drake Riders' leader was looking for the orb, which they had understood from Ivan, the man with the blue scarf, that it would be with the requisition. Not knowing it was in the hands of the party now. The party spoke at length about how the orb had landed in the hands of Kingston's, with which he informed them all of the details he knows. Then the party decided to let the man rest up from his wounds and head to the council chambers to pick up both Socks and Galoin. Upon arriving, they saw the two of them outside a chamber with which they could hear a large or loud debate happening next door. The party entered to find the council, Henry Weston, and the 3 Tri-Spire headmasters taking counsel of the day's events and what to do next. The party chipped in with a few pieces of information that they had acquired, but left out their own and Kingston's involvement. Sir Drexel of Yorn caught wind that Andros was hiding some information, and quickly asked for them to leave these matters to those governing the city, and thus the party returned home for a well-deserved rest. That night, Shion and Arcturus had some bad dreams. Finally sleeping with the orb, Arcturus learned what happened to his sister and how she too was sucked into this world. Shion got a warning that she needed to be the one that delivered the orb to Malakesh, or else slavery awaited her. A similar message to what Arcturus received a few days before. But they were not the only ones with bad dreams. For Andros's new scarab had begun whispering to him, claiming that it would make Andros stronger, and in return, grow stronger itself. The next morning, the party went to the council to hear what the plans for the city of Arkenvale were. All but Arcturus, who took a little side tour to question Kingston about the whereabouts of his sister. Kingston told him she was most likely still within Quirin, constructing some sort of advanced weaponry and defenses for a rebelling city. Now, with a clear path in his mind, Arcturus joined the rest of the party, where the council meeting had just begun. Sir Drexel announced that Northern Veritas had once been one, bound by treaties to help each other in times of calamity. He wanted Northern Veritas to unite once more, and begged of the party to go to all the capital cities to ask them to honor the age-old treaties. The party needed some time to discuss this amongst themselves before agreeing to anything. And they were led to another chamber, but there an enormous argument broke out. Shion did not want to be treated like a lackey. Instead, she wanted to go and find Malakesh in Quirin and speak with Shartusa to raise an army to fight Ariel. After which, she was then accused by Maeve and Andros for not being entirely honest about her and Arcturus' intentions. Things got so heated that Shion wanted to cast a spell on Andros, just to shut him up. But Arcturus very quickly counterspelled the spell. The party argued for a very long time, with both sides pitching their ideals and what they wished to happen. But eventually, they grudgingly came to a sort of mutual agreement. And as our party are still stood within this chamber, you did hear the footsteps of someone pacing back and forth outside. But we will pick up where we left off, as the conversation had just slowly started to simmer down from the heated argument. Take the stage.
Let's all take a moment, guys. I think sorry. Heat it up a little bit.
I think it's important for us to figure out the details of what they have in mind, how long this is going to take.
It better be quick. I have no intention of being treated like a lackey. I guess.
So yeah, details first again, I guess.
They better be. I guess they're waiting for us now. We kept them too long.
Go in?
Well, let's get out of this room then.
So as you approach the door and open it, who's at the front? Who's the one leading the group out of the room?
I am.
Okay, thank you. Glad someone said it. And as you open the door, you hear the scooting and like skidding of some heels. And as you look out, you see your little halfling friend. As he stood there looking up to you all, he says, "Ah, yes, I'm so glad that one of you have arrived. Artemis, the council have requested your expedience. They wish to speak to you. They understand that you must have private affairs and speak with one another about the matter, but it is getting quite late in the day. It's nearly afternoon. No, not afternoon. It's nearly 12 noon. It is nearly noon. Yes, Artemis. It's been a long day. They have been awake all night. They need rest. They wish to hear what you have to say. Do you need more time? I can tell them that you need more time. Is that what you need? Artemis, if that is what you need, that is what I will get.
I look down on him and I'm like, can you stop talking or?
I can do that too.
Good. Because I think the council wants to see us.
I'm the one stalling. Very well, follow me. And he spins on his heels, walks 3 steps to the next door, and opens it for you. There you go.
I'm in the back. As you know, they're all walking out. I'll quickly take the scarab back out, put it back on my where it was previously, and then I'll also put on the necklace Arcturus gave me of a fallen friend, and then I'll follow after.
Yeah, no worries.
I'll try to do it like stealth. I don't want them noticing me put it back on.
Yeah, you, as the party start to filter out, Galoin goes to go, and he like looks back at you just to make sure that you're coming. And then when he sees you like looking at the necklace and like reaching into into your pockets, he kind of just like he bows his head slightly, realizing that this is some sort of like maybe emotional moment for you, and leaves the room, letting you deal with that. And he follows whoever's at the back of your group. But yeah, as you all filter on through, the chairs slide out without you having to move them, as you see Vagnash, the elder human gentleman, the graying, balding on top wizard that you first saw through the handheld cracked mirror. And as he looks up at you all, you can see that he looks a little worn, but he doesn't seem as in bad of a shape as Eliash, who is still quite beaten up, and like there's like trickles of blood like going down the side of her face, and she looks like she's had a right mess of an evening. But Vagnash looks a little bit more presentable, and as he like clicks his fingers, all the chairs scoot out for you, and as you sit in them and you go to adjust them to the table, they all scoot back in for you as well. And as you all sit around this table, Sir Drexel stands. So, have you come to a decision, or do you need more time?
We're gonna need some more information, more details.
By all means. What is it that you require?
You say another 3 capitals to travel to?
We would need... It would be 5 in total.
5?
We have the 4 capitals of Northern Veritas, but Novus also signed agreements years past. We wish to enact them as well.
Where is Novus?
Novus is the northern part of the Bayrock Isles. It is between here and Quirin, out at sea.
I look over to Shion. Raise my eyebrows.
I sort of raise them back because, yeah, I've heard of the place. I know literally nothing about it.
And what time frame did you imagine we would do this in?
Well, Eliash has told us and informed us that she will be able to provide some travel. However, where she can take you is limited to the places that she has been. She has not been to any of the capital cities or Novus itself, but that doesn't mean she hasn't been near them. If you do accept this task, Eliash would be able to provide more information. Or we may put this on hold, and you can speak to Eliash privately.
I do not think she's in a state to talk right now.
I agree.
Do you have maps of the places, like where we find them? Because some of us are not, from around.
Yes, we would be providing you with regional maps of Elenasta, of Kuvok, and Kradok. However, we do not have regional maps of Novus or Zotish.
So where are those places located? Sorry.
Zotish is just north of Kradok, and Novus, as recently just said, is across the sea more towards the southwest.
If we did know this last, what can you do for us to get us to Quirin?
You wish to go to Quirin?
Eventually, yes. Do we need to come back after discussing
Not at
the
all.
treaties?
The only thing I would say is, if you were to come back, a hefty reward would be here for you.
We could
We-
still eventually come back, right?
We wish to give you all something up front before you say yay or nay to this task. You have all done us a great favor in defending this city. And for that, we would like to present each of you with 2,000 gold pieces. We would also like to provide an additional 5,000 gold for all of you, for all expenses, travel, and anything else that is required upon your journey. This would cover the costs of any transport needed, either wagons bought, ships hired, or anything else that you can get your hands on.
So
Is that the answer to how we get to Quirin?
Getting to Quirin, as you may or may not know, is a very difficult task. Many sailors and many travelers wish not to go in that direction. However, I am sure that most of these places will be dealing with their own problems. If you are able to help some of those people, i.e. Novus, maybe, if their airship is up and running by that time, you could ask for transportation via the skies.
How does one get to Novus? Like,
Many ships
easily.
from Karas travel there. It can take just over a week on the sea.
alright. And it's more of a personal question, but speaking of Novus, when we were in Sardonis, I met a young lady that she also mentioned that they working on the airships. Has she come through here maybe, or have you heard anything after we left Sardonis about Hava's Scorchstone?
I believe Lady Scorchstone and the company that she kept were within the Amber Ward during the attack. They arrived the day before.
Alright.
I
So,
believe a gentleman by the name of Samir accompanied her.
Huh? Who?
Samir, one of the gemstone merchants from the Bayrock Isles.
He's in the
So-
Amber Ward, you say?
They are, yes. The pair of them have rented accommodation for
Where?
some time. I could not tell you exactly where. We just know that reports have indicated that two Bayrockians have refuge there.
Well, I'm sure it's the most fancy place.
Probably, knowing Samir.
Let's just hope that they survived the attack.
And
But I imagine Miss Scorchstone will be eventually returning home.
yeah, so yeah, would be good maybe to have a word with her before she does.
Very well. We can arrange for someone to try to track her down and let her know that you wish to speak with her.
Yeah, can you do the same for Samir as well?
By all
You can have
means, we
him.
will
You can
send
tell him
messengers.
our home. Yeah, and you can just come walking up to the home.
You see Estefan in the corner of the room, just like scribbling notes, and he looks
Someone
up.
write it for Estefan, please.
Yeah, and Sir Drexel looks at him and he says, Samir and Lady Scorchstone. And Estefan, he looks sure of himself, and then he goes to write down, and then you just see a quizzical look enter his mind for a second, and then he writes something down.
She's a fire genasi, you will see.
Estefan's nodding and just scribbling more notes.
So, is Aliash coming with us? I mean, if we go to Zotish or whatever place, and then we need to go to the next city, who knows how long that might take us without her teleportation magic? Do we need to
Eliash.
put that on a cart?
Eliash does have some personal matters to attend to. I would maybe speak with her in private.
Right.
But I'm sure Miss Jorgenstead will help you if she can. And she nods, but you can see that she seems very much done with talking during this time. She's very tired, very exhausted. Yeah.
I think it's probably best Eliash got some rest,
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
and perhaps we could go see her tomorrow morning, or she could come see us.
Yeah, I mean, you're
And,
welcome to our home if you want to stop by.
I will need at least a day, maybe 2. But then I will be ready to take you wherever. After a night's rest, I am happy to speak with you all. But I will need to make sure that my affairs are in order before I transport you anywhere.
Hey,
Sure,
2 days
yeah.
sounds like a vacation to me.
And we will definitely have to make
Oh,
arrangements of our own. So it's a good time to have, I guess.
Just remember, if you are to use myself for transportation, I cannot transport carts. So you will need to find something upon arriving. But we will speak more of that tomorrow.
Too easy.
Right.
Sure.
Oh, and if you wish to head to the Trispire Library, I will send word to give you a heavy discount.
Yeah, I personally would like to go. I have a couple places I would like to read up on, and well, some spells, scrolls, maybe.
On that, do you guys do? I don't remember. So, let's say I want to, make my my rapier shiny and cool.
I am not the one to ask in my condition, Andros.
Okay. Okay.
Ask
that's fine.
someone at the library. Well,
Right.
what do you say?
I'm looking around.
I mean, could we just wait till Eliash is better healed and we'll talk to her tomorrow? And then once we hear what she can, offer and help, or after hearing what she can do, maybe we will give our final answer then. At least it gives us more time to think about it. Gives you guys time to rest up, and then so we can clear our heads.
By all means. Maybe meet back here tomorrow morning.
Right. Is Eliash gonna be fine by then? She said like a day or 2.
He looks towards her and she says, I will be fine to rest. After the rest, I will just need a few hours to make sure everything is in order within the Trispire, and my orders are carried out to those beneath me to make sure that my absence is not missed heavily.
Had a friend. Let's go.
She smiles, but then you see her wince as she's maybe moved too much and jarred something slightly, but yeah. So Draxus says, well, if we meet here tomorrow morning, I will make sure one of the chambers is free for yourselves and Eliash. Until then, once again, thank you. And here. And a couple of servants, butlers, kind of walk in, and as they do, they carry over a sack of 2,000 gold coins, and they give each of you 2,000 gold pieces. Then another sack comes out, but you see this one is a light blue with red and yellow stitching around the edge, and then on the flap of the satchel you see 2 triangular eyes, which are done in a green, and you can see that the mouth of the satchel has got jagged teeth shape on it. And he places that onto the table next to Sir Draxel, and he says, This will be yours if you accept. This contains the treaties, the regional maps of each area, as well as the 5,000 gold to cover the things that you need to do.
How big is this sack?
You can see it looks just like it's like a one strap over the shoulder satchel with just like a flap, and it doesn't look very big at all. Yeah, that's what you see.
Intriguing.
Cool. Well, I guess we'll, talk to you guys, soon.
Yes, take the day, and we will meet once again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Many of us need our rest. Councilman, you are dismissed. And quite a few of them step up, and they start to leave. And Eliash kind of like... She sits there for a moment, and then Vagnash walks around the table, puts a hand on her shoulder, and he traces a like circle in his in front of him, and these arcane runes begin to flare. And Eliash looks at you all and says, "Till tomorrow." And as Vagnash pushes his hand through it, the two just vanish, and this silvery white dust is just left behind.
That's cool.
And then the Tabaxi head master stands up and just walks out the room.
Why didn't you guys do that yet?
Why can't you do it?
I'm not the magic person. It's you guys.
No, you're just the
Well,
one
quite
with
literally
crazy people
all
in his
of you.
head.
All of you are the magic people.
Why don't you ask your crazy new friend if they can transport us?
I don't think she can do that. I don't know what. She doesn't
Speaking
seem
of
like
that
the
friend,
person.
do we notice something, or can we have a hard look at Ondros the way he's talking about that now?
Sure.
He did seem like he wanted to part with her earlier, but
As in, you wish to look for what he's saying, or look at his appearance?
his appearance.
Yeah,
Would
sure,
we
roll
notice
perception
the scarab's back, or is it
It'd be
underneath?
under
Yeah.
my robes.
The thing is, he
Oh, okay.
wears so he wears it under his robes, and then you've got his trunk and his tusks. Like a lot of it would be covered. But I will
Okay.
say, roll me a perception check anyway, Ahad, as you are clearly looking for
15.
something in particular. What did you get? Sorry,
15.
15. I would say you don't see it. You can see over the top the necklace swaying, and you see the little wolf head. But I would say that's all you can see with a 15 at this point.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
You were close to this person with the amulet.
Oh, you mean, I mean, she basically saved my life. Yeah. Say we got pretty close. I mean, I had no one else to talk to. You guys were all gone, so I just talked to her and Winters.
Well,
She could turn into a wolf. She was pretty dope.
my
I
condolences.
roll my eyes.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
So shall we head out?
Yeah, can we stop by and get some, man, I could really go, bring some drinks home, because we don't have any drinks in our home.
I wonder
What?
why.
Why do we need drinks?
I mean, you guys don't have to. I'm gonna, have a few, I guess.
Well, I think I have a couple places I would like to visit before going home.
You want to go places?
Well, I think I mentioned earlier that I would like to go see Victor again and just the boy that helped us to rest before
Do
the
we
fight.
even know where he's gonna be at? That guy's probably
I
in
would
the
ass-
hospital or something, getting, rested up, helped. I mean, do we really want to? I mean, he seems pretty bad shape. Remember, we're like the day after the whole thing happened. We're still kind of fresh out of the fight.
We did promise him we'd look for Samuel.
Yeah, that was what I was getting at as well. Yes.
Oh, do whatever you like. We have like 2 days to fill, so
We could wait till tomorrow.
gonna wait here like in this room for tomorrow. Well, be my
No,
guest, but I'll be in my
no, no.
room.
I mean, like tomorrow we can do, what people want to do. I mean, I'd like to speak to Samir one more time because the dude is you know, cool. And then I also would like to go talk to the Tri-Spire library room again, because there's some cool stuff in there. But I'm gonna do that tomorrow.
That
I'm
we can
taking-
do tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm taking the rest of the day. I'm gonna drink, maybe sleep. Take the rest of the evening to sleep early.
Does anyone know? Is like a herbalist shop around in town at all?
I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure you
remember.
can
Sure,
get. Pretty sure you can get everything you need at the Tri-Spire.
Did all that
Herbs?
tomorrow. Tri-Spire, they seem like they dabble in everything. Doesn't herbs like, magic stuff too or something?
Well, it's more
I don't
natural
know.
remedies.
I mean, you were at the shop. Did they have any herbs?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
When was I at the shop?
When you bought me the binocular.
I didn't ask for no herbs. I didn't go looking for plants.
Well,
You know
they
what I
didn't
do,
offer
asking
them
for
to you
weed?
either.
Hey, you got some weed up in here or what? I didn't ask
Yeah.
for that
So okay.
stuff.
So they might not even have it. Why would
Well, they might not,
Why
but
would
how
the
we know? 'Cause we can go
Tri-Spire
check.
supply plants?
I mean, they seem like the type of people to be into plants. You know what I mean? Like, then they cook up some
What's that
magical,
supposed to mean?
magical
People
stuff
that
with
would
that.
be into plants.
When you magic folks should know better. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not the magic person around here.
And yet
Go
you
look for a
are
herbalist.
you are going through magic, Andros. Wonderful.
Oh, wait, how am I going? Well, no, I'm going because I've heard that there's some really powerful weapons out there, and I'd like to make my trusty rapier here fucking powerful.
That's
I'll
why
make
enemies.
all these people scared.
That's why enemies get slapped by your grandma. That's not magic, or is it?
Wait, how did you know my grandma will smack people?
Oh, a hunch.
You just see her rolling out? That's my thing. I see that, not you. Don't take my thing, because then what's the purpose?
Just saying.
I'm going home, and I'm gonna get up and start walking out.
Where's everyone heading? Where do you want to go? What do you want to go and explore?
Well, I will stop by the nearest bar on the way home, and I'll be picking
Okay.
up bottles of alcohol.
Yeah, the Oaken Stag is the
Yeah.
tavern nearby. Shion's favorite place because everything was made from oak. And yeah, you head there. What do you want to buy? What are you after specifically?
Whatever they have, I'll take anything.
Okay, we'll come back to you in a second then
Thank you.
while I look up how much alcohol is. But yeah, what are the rest of you doing?
I think I will just lean over to Maeve and be like, I think you will find that in like a herbalist store or maybe a general store. Like personally, I would like to find one myself.
I'm gonna swing by to Yusuf's to see how they're doing, and then ask him if he would know where to go, where best place would be.
That sounds like a good idea. Also found some gemstones earlier, didn't we? He would like those.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
Or at least he can look at them and tell us what they are.
I mean, do you have them?
I have 6 gemstones that we found,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
So I guess we're going over to Yusuf.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you two are heading to Yusuf. Shion and Arcturus?
I'm fed up. I'm going home. I'm gonna be in my room, lock the door, and just don't let anyone bother me. Bar Petunia if she wants to bring me drinks or something.
Very well.
I'm heading for a blacksmith or an armory.
Okay. Any in particular, or are you happy with either?
One that sells stuff or where I can get armor.
Okay,
Oh,
so more of an
that's-
armor is
Yeah,
what. Yeah. Okay, that's not a problem. I think there's one really close. Yeah, there is. Yeah. Okay, cool. First, let's do Andros. Andros, you go in. Do you want ale? Do you want wine? What sort of alcohol are you after?
I just go up to the bartender and say, "Give me whatever the strongest stuff you got. I would like 5 bottles of it."
Very well. The gentleman behind the bar produces 5 bottles of. There's a couple of different bottles because he doesn't have 5 of the same. Some of it is wine, which you do notice to be Cold Star wine. And a couple of the bottles are various, like rums, like an imported rum. And then you also see a bottle of brandy there as well. And altogether, that costs 50 gold.
Well, that's totally fine. I'll open up a bottle at the bar, and I'll start drinking it, of course, and then also just take a look around, see who's here.
Sure, yeah, roll me a perception check as you're in the Silver Ward's Oaken Stag.
Hey. I have any friends?
And as you look around, you didn't need a very high perception check for this. You do notice not many people are in here, as maybe due to the fact that there has recently been a dragon attack or drake attack on the city, a lot of people are a little preoccupied with certain activities at the moment. There is about 3 people in here total. A very, very old and dwarven man sat at a table, who has probably been here since the night before, after the attacks, and he looks sloshed out of his face, with about 6 tankards around him, all pretty much empty. There is also a Air Genasi bard who is playing a banjo, but he's not stood on the stage playing like they normally do. He's just kind of like sat on the edge of the stage, just playing a very sorrowful tune, as there is also a woman sat at a table, a half-elven woman, who seems to be quite upset, for whatever reason. You can see she has been crying at some point in the early morning or late last night. And then there's the barkeep, the Furbolg man, and he's got 1 waiter on staff at the moment, which is the Tabaxi woman. And that's who's in here.
All right, well, this is boring, so I take my bottles and I start walking out and drink on my way home.
Okay, manage to add 5 bottles. Well, I say add 4 bottles of wine to your 4 bottles of alcohol to your sheet, and we'll say that on the way home you're still drinking 1. So yeah, you don't need to add that. But yeah, cool. While you're doing that, Maeve and Erhard, the pair of you are going towards Yusuf's, Featherstone's jewelry store. And as you start going towards Featherstone's, you do notice there is a closed sign in the window, but through the window you can see Yusuf and the gnome gentleman who you met previously, as the pair of them are stood within the shop. And you go on up, and as you knock the doors, yep, Yusuf does answer, and he's come on in. I'm glad to see both of you are alive. Is everybody else okay?
Everyone's fine, yeah.
Good. Come in. And he lets you in and shuts the door. How may we help you, Maven Ahad?
Just checking in to see how everything went, and you went to check on your family yesterday?
Yes, luckily the area of the Silver Ward they were in, it wasn't as badly attacked. They stayed within the home, and luckily they're fine. Just a little shaken up.
Good.
Yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to check in, and I think Erhard has a few things, maybe, potentially, for you.
Yeah, during the fight we found some small gemstones on a couple of them.
Yes.
Would you care to have a look at them? If they, I don't
by
know,
all means,
useful at all?
Sure.
So it's 6 small gemstones.
Yeah, and as he takes the gemstones from you, and you you pass them over, and the gnomish gentleman starts looking at them, and as he does, he doesn't take too long to look at them, and he can see that he has to clean them up a little bit because they're not exactly in the best conditions. But he values them at roughly 100 gold apiece.
100 gold apiece.
100 gold. It'd be the gnomish guy. Yes, 100 gold.
Okay. I think I will keep them for now. Because
Very well.
I'm carrying a big bag right now. Also, I when we first got to the city, I gave you a jewelry box, a silver jewelry box. Were you able to get a pricing on that?
Yes, did we not already hand over the coin for all of the items that you were given?
Maybe. Oh, actually. I'm not sure. Damn it.
I don't think I was
Um,
there for that, so.
I could be
Yeah.
wrong. Let me just check my catalog. And he
Yeah.
he wanders out the back and is flipping through a big book, which you can just see him like heave onto a table, flip over, and then he's flipping the pages over. And yeah, Yusuf looks towards you, Maeve, as you ponder on something for a moment. Can I help you?
Do you have any diamonds?
I would hope so for a jewelry business. Yes.
I mean, I don't go jewelry business shopping ever, you know? So I don't know how you guys
Oh,
work out the trade and.
Yeah. My apologies. Yes, we do.
Okay. Hey,
Did you-
Erhard, this could be really helpful, but it's not cheap.
Yeah.
But if one of us goes down, I could, you know, I
Yeah.
need this as a thing. You think it's worth it?
I mean, we've been in a couple hefty fights, and we're about to go on a big journey into the unknown, essentially.
Hmm.
Probably. I mean, I'm definitely gonna essentially improve my equipment as we prepare a lot. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
I
there
mean,
an amount that you need, or a certain
I need-
individual one of certain price?
I don't think it's. I know it's diamond or diamonds. I don't think it matters, but I just
care
have
of
this
value?
spell that consumes these diamonds upon using it. It revives someone from death if I'm quick enough.
Oh my, that is quite the feat.
Hmm.
How
Right, but
you've all grown so much since I first met you. You were capable then, but you can bring someone back from death?
only it's a very short window that I can
But
make
still.
this work for.
Yes, how much in value do you need?
I don't understand the value of diamonds. I just know it's pretty expensive.
Would
What
this
do
be
you
enough?
have?
And he holds up a singular diamond that's worth about 100 gold. It's like, is this enough for your spell or more?
I squint my eyes at it. I don't know, but I'd rather be safe than sorry and not assume that this is gonna work. I might have to. Let's go for a bigger one.
How many more of these would you like?
Maybe like 2 more?
So 300 gold's worth, roughly.
No, I don't know the value
Very well.
of diamonds.
And he brings 3 of the same diamond out. He places them in front of you, and you can see that these are cut diamonds. They're not uncut, so they are made to look the part. And yeah, as he places them in front of you, this would be 300 gold's worth. But you have done a great thing for me, my family, and my cousin, nephew. So I would only charge you 150 for the 3.
No. I'm not gonna take away your business from you just because.
I don't believe that my business would be here if it were not for you helping with the drakes in the Silver Ward. You have saved
Okay.
my skin on multiple occasions. Look, if it makes you feel any better, this will be a one-time discount.
Okay, fine. I'll slide over 200.
I believe you've miscounted here, Maeve. And he puts 50 to one side for you.
Compromise with me, and I shove it back.
He takes the 50 and he pulls out a smaller diamond and puts it next to the other 3.
Okay. Fine.
You now have 350 gold's worth of diamonds.
Yay! Let me add that to
If
my
you
sheet.
do you need any more gemstones for this magic that you have gathered? I could give you more diamonds if you wish, but the ones that we have now are either much smaller or much bigger. So I can't give you a 3 to match that value. It would be one big one, for example. We
Onion.
also have diamond dust, if that is of any use to you all.
Ooh. Maybe in the future.
Very well. Yes, Ahad.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask you as a DM.
Yep.
I don't know how gemstones and stuff works, but like, do they also get magical qualities or something? Like, could I check around like arcane or something? If
Yeah,
I
sure. Make an
sense
Arcana
anything
check.
that might be interesting.
Yeah, there are an abundance of gemstones on display.
Sorry, I clicked out the window. 24.
That's all right, no problem. Yeah, 24. As you start checking around, there isn't anything within the store that is magical, apart from obviously Yusuf's gear, and also the monocle that is being worn by not Maeve, because that one is magical, you know that, but the gnomish gentleman. But other than that, yeah, that's all that you sense.
Cool. Yeah, then I think we done here. We wanted directions, right, Maeve?
Oh yes. Maybe like any store that does herbalism, kits, or maybe even recipes.
Oh, yes, herbalists, there is a herbalist shop. It is called, King's Leaves. It's, ran by an elderly woman named, Madame Florin Kingston. She lives within, the, Flint Ward.
Right. Okay.
And
I hope it's still standing.
As do I.
and do you know of a place that might sell, I don't know, travel equipment or like a general store, like I don't know, cooking sets or something to pass the time,
Yes,
like a gaming set and stuff.
Raven Smart. It's a family, run within the Flint Ward as well. They are an odd bunch. Most tend to steer clear. It is a halfling family. Often, ravens can be found perching within their store, with which they do not mind, but it's a bit of a novelty.
All right. Well, thanks for the heads up.
Very well. Anything else?
Um,
And at that, you do hear, ah! And Yusuf says, Grotel, what is the matter? And Grotel comes running out of his book, slams it on the desk. Yes, so here it does state that you have 1,050 gold's worth to collect from Featherstones due to the valuation of all of the jewels and gemstones that you gave to us a little while ago.
Oh.
that's all of us, probably.
That's everything in total. I do believe that the silver little box was worth 250 gold, if you wished to count that separately. But all the gemstones, all in, came to a total of 800 gold.
1,050. You said?
Wait.
Like everything together
Yes,
with the
800.
jewelry box.
Yes, the jewelry,
800.
the jewelry itself and everything you had was 800 gold's worth, and the jewelry box was 250.
All right. Could you send that to our house, because I feel we are carrying
A large amount of
a
money.
large
Of
amount of
course.
money at the moment.
Yes, not a problem. Where do you live?
In the Warden's Rest.
Oh,
Roost?
my word,
Um,
yes, the Warden's Roost. Of course, Wardens. My apologies. Yes, we will have it directly sent there as soon as we can. And yes, not a problem. Thank you for doing business with Featherstones.
I guess
Thank
while
you.
we add it, then I could sell you the gemstones as well and just send that money over as well.
How many did you have again? Was it sorry,
6.
Oh, sure.
Six,
I will
600?
pass them here, and I will send an additional 600 on the way to the estate.
Oh.
Thank you. Brilliant. And he signs. He turns the book around and says, "Could you just sign here to agree to make the payment go to your address?" And one of you, I assume, signs the book, and he closes it and he runs out the back. And yeah, that gets all settled.
Nice.
All right.
Well, it was a pleasure.
Yeah. And all the
Thank
best for the
you.
future. We are
Thank
gonna
you.
head out for now. We'll catch
Yeah,
you later.
thank you, Yusuf.
Brilliant.
Hope to see you again sometime soon.
I'm sure we will. And if you do leave town, it'd be nice to see you before you go.
I
Sure.
mean, you know where we live now. Feel free to swing by as well. Swing by any time
I
as well.
understand, yes. Thank you. Wardens, have a good day.
Yes, sir.
A nod.
Yeah, he bows, and yeah, the two of you walk out. And as you do, Shion, you step through the home of the Warden's Roost, and as you do, Petunia is stood on a tiny little stool by a little sink, washing some dishes as she's humming away to herself. And as you shut the door behind you, she doesn't seem to notice. that
Is
you've entered.
Galoin with me, by the way? Where'd he go?
If you'd have asked for Galoin to return with you, then he would have done. But if not, Galoin
Oh
would
yeah,
have.
like
Yeah.
oh, just come with
Yeah.
me, darling, and
Sure, yeah. Galoin is following you, and he would have given socks back to Maeve. So yeah, he follows you back home. And you both walk in, and he kind of just stands there looking at Petunia, who's very absently not realizing that two people have entered the house.
shall we not disturb her for your comfort?
It does worry me a little bit that, anybody could come through that door and just like...
I mean, the lady slept through a Drake attack. What you expect?
Yeah, and then she thought it was construction.
Yeah, so I'm going to go up to my room now. I need a little time alone, but I feel free to do whatever you like, I suppose.
Yeah, yeah, alright.
I mean,
I'll go brush the horses.
I'm pretty sure they'd love that.
Yeah, and he wanders off towards the back door, and it's quite near where the kitchen area is, and he walks to the back door, and he, opens the door while looking at her, and she doesn't even notice. He walks outside, he shuts the door, and he, jumps up to look through the window, and then jumps again, and she still hasn't noticed. And then, you just see him walking off, just shrugging, what the hell? How has she not realized this? And she's just absently humming away while washing some dishes. And yeah, you head on upstairs. Is there anything you're doing in particular?
No, not at the moment. I'm gonna wait
Okay.
for other people to come in.
Yeah,
I mean,
no
I
worries.
won't be asleep, but I'll
You relax. You,
Oh, okay.
yeah, you get some rejuvenation. And as you do, we will go to Arcturus. You were heading to an armorer's. You do find yourself at a place that you did notice a little while back. The Crystal Anvil, which you do remember being this giant crystal ornament hanging outside of a shop, which is in the shape of an anvil. And as you do enter, there is a furbolg gentleman behind the counter and a female, younger furbolg working on the anvil and the forge behind, hammering what looks to be like a piece of plate armor. And as you enter, what is it that you're after, Arcturus?
I'm after a piece of studded leather armor.
Studded leather? Not a problem. The gentleman, seeing that you are a warden, with your little lapel that you wear now, seeing that you're a warden, you are awarded a 10% discount in all stores in Arkenvale. And in doing so, you do get offered a piece of studded leather for the total of 54 gold pieces.
Well, given the situation around the city, I'm not going to barter or something. I'm just giving him the money. Well, I'm gonna undress there, so not undressing and
Okay.
I'm gonna be full naked, but
It's
I'm
just
gonna
the leather, yeah.
taking off the leather armor, and you can see all these straps around my body, around my arms, around my neck, around my back. While I put back on the studded leather, and I'll give him my old armor.
Yeah, and as you just giving it to him or asking for coin?
No, just giving it to him because
yeah.
time is already bad.
He thanks you greatly, as he would have given you about 12 gold pieces for it, but giving him it, he understands that the pair of you do converse just a short little while, as he does say the reason his shop is still open is because at a time like this, people want armor, people want weaponry, people want stuff to be able to defend themselves in the chances of the attack happening again, so that he can't rest and he can't mourn the people that he's lost, because he understands that his business could save another's life. So that's why that's still open. But for the sake of expediency, as you have already entered this place before, yeah, that's what he says.
Yeah, so I know I have like, after giving him my condolences, I don't have like much business here, so I'll let him be.
Yeah.
And I'll probably take a stroll towards the Flint wards and the other ones. How's it called again?
Canopy?
The canopy wards, yeah.
Yeah. And what are you looking for in particular?
I'm just gonna take a stroll as a warden of Arkenville just to see if people are alright.
Yep.
If there's any help I can be assisted with.
Sure, roll me a d20. Just a flat d20. Ooh,
20.
okay. As you're going past a certain area, you do see that there is this huge like boiler, this like copper tank, which steam is coming out of like rapidly. And as the steam is firing out of it, a few of the Arkenvale like city workers are trying to fix it, and they've got spanners and wrenches trying to turn nuts and bolts to keep this thing contained. You can see that they're struggling. And with that 20, you do spot this and you rush on over. And can you make me a have you got any tools that you are proficient in?
I have alchemist supplies and cartographers. So
Okay,
I
we
don't
won't go with that then. Let's go with an investigation check, and I'll say with advantage, as this is more of a mechanical-esque engineering standpoint.
Yeah, I will put that, and I will also add the
1d4? Yeah.
which makes a
17.
17.
Nice. Yeah, and as you run on over, you begin assisting and telling them the certain pressure points that they need to relieve pressure on before they tighten other places. And in doing so, you do prevent a catastrophe happening from some damaged, boiling hot water which could have flooded out onto the street. So you do actually help the city a little bit there. And a few of the workers, that they thank you, they shake your hand, that they're all very, very appreciative of your works. And a few people in windows that were nearby just begin clapping and just shouting out the windows, "Hail the wardens!" As you assist in this matter. But yeah, you begin your patrol around the Flint ward, just making sure if you can help anyone, if need be. As that
I'm
happens,
just waving
we will...
like,
Yeah,
thank you.
queen waving. Yeah, and as that happens, Andros, you return home with your bottles. You do see Petunia washing some dishes as you walk through the door, and out through the back window, you can see Galoin in the stables. But that's all you see so far.
I'll walk up to where Petunia is, and I'll just set a bottle down right next to where she's washing the dishes.
And as
just-
you put the bottle down and it clinks, she turns her head and she looks at you. She's like,
Hello. I figured I at least owe you something. Since I drank your bottle. So
She very quickly jumps off of the stool, and her little legs like straight towards the table, and she like peers up, like tiptoes, looking at the bottle. I believe this will suffice.
I'm happy it
She
does.
takes the bottle.
Thank you, Petunia.
Thank you.
I'm gonna retire to my room for a bit.
And the second you walk upstairs, you hear her little feet scuttling across the floor as she's clearly going to hide it in one of her little cubby holes. And yeah, you walk on upstairs, and I would say, Shion, you probably hear Andros. He's quite a heavy-set,
Yeah.
larger gentleman, so you would
I'd hear
definitely hear
it
the
on-
creaking, of the steps.
I'd hear it's Andros, so I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna come out now.
Yeah, that's fair enough. And
Um,
yeah, Andros, what are you off to? What
Yeah,
are you doing?
I'll walk in my room. I'm gonna set the bottle. I figure I have like a small little like a coffee table of sorts in the room
Yep.
where I can set stuff down. I'm gonna set down the sometimes I bought 5 bottles. One I gave to Petunia, so I have 3 more. So I put the 3 on my coffee table. The one I'm still drinking,
Mhm.
and I'll also take off the necklace and I'll set it down. And yeah, I think I for the time being, I think I'm just kind of like, I don't know how to feel because it hasn't really hit me yet that I kind of just lost someone I knew. For not probably not too long, but it still was like someone I talked to, someone who saved my life. So I'm kind of just sitting there reminiscing about it, and then just taking a few time to myself and just kind of reflecting. I guess is more so what I'm doing, and I'm just drinking out of the bottle as I'm going.
Yeah. And as you spend this time alone, yeah, you every now and then you try to reach out to one of the voices in your head, but no response.
And for the first time, I think I feel alone for once, which is not something I think I've been used to. So I think it's very very weird, and I guess almost saddening because I think I got used to having T'Challa or Brasta in my head and someone I could fall back to talk to, and now I don't have that. So it's just it's very lonely time, I think. So yeah, I'm just kind of reflecting by myself for once.
Yeah. And as you do that, Maeve and Erhard, the pair of you arrive at the Flint Ward looking for the herbalists, I believe, right? Yeah. And as you do arrive towards Kingsleaves, you do walk into the Flint Ward and you see a young halfling girl that resembles someone that you know. And as you look at her and see the very minute features that are similar, you're pretty sure this is a relative of Petunia's. As you see a halfling girl by the name of Petals, who is currently watering some plants in pots that are hanging on the walls beside her. There are various potted plants and other such herbs in jars and all sorts around her. And as you enter and the bell chimes and rings and you walk in, you hear, "Oh, hello. Can I help you? Oh, Wardens of Arkenvale. Oh, what pleasure. Oh, how may I assist you?"
What? You look so familiar.
Okay.
Are you related to Petunia?
Oh, she's my grandmother, yes.
Oh, that would make sense. Yeah, you look alike.
Yes, well, yeah, I can't believe, well, I knew that she was a cleaner for the, for the people and a grounds person for certain, homes within the Silver Ward, but, for wardens, wow, yes.
I think she's
is
more
she-
at our house than her own, to be honest.
Yes, that sounds like Petunia. How may I help you? Are you after something in particular?
Do you have any herbalism recipes?
Oh, I might have a couple. Would you mind giving me a moment to just search? Yes. And yeah, she does. She heads off out the back, and she's out there a little while. But she does return with a book. And inside this book there are like clips keeping certain recipes in there, and she flips through them and you see the first part of the book is like some alchemy recipes, and then as she flips through she starts looking towards some more of the herbalist kind, and she turns to you, and as she does, let me just pull up my notes.
Do I notice the alchemy stuff?
I would say, yeah, the pair of you both see that there's like an alchemy section at the start. But there's very little in that section. It's like maybe she might just be testing it out, like just trying her dipping her toes into it, so to speak. And yeah, as she does, let's pull up this one. Here it is. So, she looks towards you and says, I assume you know some of the basics. What recipes do you already have, dear?
Oof. I only really know two. It's the basic healing and a simple antitoxin.
Well, are you after more common recipes or some? I have a couple of uncommon ones.
I
They're a little
mean,
pricier.
it would be nice if I could do some better healing, you know? We're getting to that point now where
Yes.
one doesn't quite cut it anymore. But then I also don't really know what to expect. If you have anything really interesting, I'm more than happy to listen.
Well, let me tell you what I have. For the more common recipes, we have the soothing salve, which is a sticky, sour-smelling salve that can be applied to wounds. And when you rest on a shorter rest, you can recover an additional amount of health during this time if applied. And the effects last for 1 hour in total of applying it. Also, we have some healing balms, which allow you to quickly administer a quick boost of vigor towards somebody
Right.
that's bleeding pretty badly. It stops the bleeding and allows them to get like a jolt of energy.
Right. So one lasts a little while, and the other is immediate.
Yes, if one were to say someone was unconscious and bleeding out, it would make them conscious, but barely.
Right.
It would bring them just to the brink.
And out of these two, which one is one more particular hard
One
to learn?
would be. They are both the same. They're both common recipes, so they would take some time to master. But yes, you could maybe spend an evening or day doing so, and maybe you could master it in the first go. The
Interesting.
more experienced ones we have, well, I only have the two, is the Potion of Greater Healing, which is a step up from the regular healing. It costs a little bit more, but for that you need the red adamantium mushrooms, as you did before, as well as some silver shade dust, which is found on silver shade mushrooms. It's a little harder to find, and usually you find them in deep dark caves or deep forests.
Right. Well, we might
And
have
the-
some traveling ahead of us, so we might be able to find ingredients.
Very well.
regardless.
We also have the Incense of the Dawn, which is more of an incense that you would burn in the morning, and in doing so, it would give everybody a boost in their vigor, and it would make them think a little bit quicker, just for a few hours.
Oh, interesting.
It would heighten their
Ah.
senses.
How much for the uncommon recipes?
The uncommons are, well, the recipes themselves are 250 gold each recipe. And the standard ones are around about 100 gold per recipe.
Look at Erhard. What do you think?
Well, if you want to learn, you try out new stuff.
I'm putting all this money and time and effort into healing the party for people I don't even know if they could even give two flying shits if we live or die.
Well, I do give a shit. But you know, it's useful, and in the end, that's kind of what money is for. That we get things that help us.
I know I've been holding on to this bag and it's getting heavier and heavier. I don't know what
Yeah.
to do with it.
I'm kind of dragging mine as well. Anyway.
Just dragging. You know what? I'm gonna be very ambitious. I'll take both uncommon ones because, go big or go home, right? I can read these now. I have a monocle. I can read the recipe.
Or stay small and mighty, one might say. But yes, go big or go home, I assume. That's 500 gold then. And she unclips two of these recipes. And you can see that in her book, the recipes wrote down, but she's also rewrote them onto, like, parchment, which she's then given you the parchment copy. So she's got copies of them. And yeah, she puts
Okay.
them on the counter. That's 500 gold in total.
And I
Oh,
give that to her.
Sorry. 450 for Warden's discount.
Oh. Wait, this is nice. How am I ever gonna get rid of all this money?
We'll
Well,
find
you could
a way.
buy more things.
Any ingredients that are gonna be hard to find that you happen to have?
For the incense of the dawn, I do have a couple of shaded dawn petals.
Sure, if I don't have to find them, it would make life easier.
Yes, they are. They're about 100 gold each because they are very expensive and quite hard to
Ooh.
find. But with your
Okay.
discount, that would be 90 gold.
And I get 1 petal.
2.
2. Oh, yeah. Throw it
Oh,
in.
No,
What's the maths to that?
no, that. Sorry, sorry. It's 50 gold per shaded petal. I have 2, which is 100 gold.
Can I just ask how
Okay.
old is this lady?
She is. For a halfling, she could be anywhere from like 20 to like 100 and something.
Okay.
You don't know. Halflings, they get to an age at like the same sort of rate as humans, and then they just live a long time before they really start to show many signs of aging.
Yeah, she's cute. Anyway, do you have any incense or herbs, so to speak?
For burning? For
For
magical
burning,
stuff?
essentially. Like, I'm a bit of a, I don't know, magician.
I have about
So-
I have 300 golds worth, if that would be.
300 gold worth.
How much would you
If
like?
you have 15 gold worth, and if it's a bit more, like, if it's rather, valuable rather than a lot of it.
Yes. Yes, by all means. Yeah, I can get you 15 golds worth. And she goes out and she gets a little pouch and she gives you the pouch of incense, 15 golds worth. That'll be 13 gold and 5 silver.
I will give 14.
Thank you.
Uh,
She doesn't give you change.
good.
Did you
did it-
want the shaded petals, young miss?
Yes, that's
N- 2 of them? Or just one?
42.
Both. Yeah, so and that's an additional 90, so that is whatever I told you originally plus 90.
540. Yeah,
Yeah, so mark that off your sheet.
I got
Yeah.
you.
Cool. Anything else, or are we all done?
I think for now. Can
Well-
you direct us towards the Raven Smart?
Raven Smart, yes, just a couple of blocks down on the left. You'll find it. Yeah, and yeah, you guys leave and start heading that way. Arcturus, what were you after? What were you looking for?
Nothing in particular. I'm just
Yep.
strolling around, see what I see, do what I do.
Very well. Then,
Um,
as you stroll around, do you eventually return home?
Eventually, yes.
Eventually. Okay, we'll say it's a little bit later. Andros, you're still just having a drink and relaxing, I assume?
I figured at this point I'd probably be done with the bottle. Probably would have drank a whole bottle at this point.
Okay,
Yep.
sure. Yeah, you're drinking rather rapidly.
And
Yeah, that's fair
I'm
enough.
popping another one.
Okay, roll me a
Yeah.
Constitution saving
Oh.
throw, please.
Frick. Okay. I can do that, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, I should be pro at this. I'm not
It's
a pro at
getting
this.
to you.
Yeah?
You
Okay.
can feel it hitting you rather quick.
Yeah.
For a 9, you will have disadvantage on any skill checks or ability checks going forward, which you already have because
Oh,
of exhaustion.
I'm tired.
So you are now tired and drunk.
Tired and
Yeah,
drunk.
there we go. Yeah. So as that's happening, Shion, are you still just relaxing, lounging about? It's probably been about an hour and a half, 2 hours since you last saw the path.
Depends on if I hear Arcturus coming up the steps or not.
I would say, as he has said that he's taking a long walk, he won't be arriving home just yet. But after we visit where the mart, then yeah, I'll say he's there.
I was like to be
So-
known. Once I
Yeah.
finish with my one bottle, I just throw it at the wall.
Okay, you hear a loud crash downstairs, Shion. Would you react to it, or would you just carry on?
Whatever.
Okay, not a problem. Yeah, so we go to the Raven's Mart with Erhard and Maeve, and as the pair of you walk in, yeah, this place is strange. There are holes in the roof of the building. But you're not sure if that's because of the Drake attack, or if they were there originally. As you see ravens flying in and out of the holes, and as you walk in, there are wooden beams across the entire ceiling, and ravens perched on all of them. And in this place, there are shelves and stacks and all sorts of stuff here with a variety of general goods. For the sake of expediency, you do meet with a gentleman. Let me just tell you his name so that you know in case you ever return here at another point. You do meet with Timber Ravenson, who is the owner and eldest member of the Ravenson family, as well as his 3 siblings, Rowan, Elmer, and Yule. As all 4 of them are all running around, all halflings, all running around, stacking shelves, packing things into boxes, yeah, you just see them occasionally feeding the ravens. And yeah, as you walk on in, what are you after? For the sake of expediency, we won't roleplay it, but is there anything in particular that you're after?
I'm looking for like a cooking set of sorts.
Yep. So you want the cook's utensils, the
Yes.
the sets that you're able to cook. They are 1 gold, but because you are a warden, they offer you it for 9 silver.
All right. And a games what was it? A chess game set or something?
Yeah, not a problem. The cook set, just so you know, weighs 8 pounds. So if you want to add that to your sheet, and then
Yeah,
you
will
want a
do.
gaming set, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me have a little look for the price. There is a dice set, a dragon chess set, 3 dragon ante set, or a playing card set. 3 dragon ante is some type of game. I don't know. You know what? That one's not there. Dragon chess, dice, or playing cards. That's what we'll say is there.
Dragon chess. Yeah.
Dragon chess, yeah, 1 gold, but for you, 9 silver, and it weighs half a pound. So add that to your sheet.
And do you have any like journals? Like I would like to write my wild magic experience.
Yeah, a journal is exactly 5 silver, and he sells you that as well.
Cool. So what was that? 9, 9, and 5?
5, yes. Yeah, so that is a total of 1 gold, no, 2 gold, 3 silver.
Yeah, just give him 3 gold.
Okay, sure, yeah, he takes it, and you have your items. You guys, Maeve, did you want anything while you were here, or is that everything?
No, I'm
You good?
just I'm just looking if the ravens are bringing in any goods whilst they fly in and out of the shop.
Roll me a perception check.
Here you go. It's a 9.
You unfortunately are a little distracted from the couple of ravens that fly near you and like look at you, and then you hear like something land just out the back, and then you look away for a moment, and then coming through the door, you see another halfling. And the halfling has got a rucksack on with some boxes, and he takes it off and he puts it down, and then he nods and he puts his backpack back on. He goes out the door, and then you hear some flutter of wings.
Okay.
So that's
Yeah.
what you hear.
Yep.
Okay, awesome.
Since this is a very interesting place, can I just
Yeah.
roll an Arcana just to see?
Go for it.
16.
With a 16, you have just beaten the DC, which was 15. Yes, every single one of these halflings exuberates some form of magic. It seems like some sort of lycanthropy. Now that you notice it, you do start to realize that there are quite a few black feathers just on the floor here, which are larger than the ravens in here.
Sure, I keep that to myself until we get out.
Okay,
And then I
and yeah,
will
the
tell-
pair of you leave the store, and yeah, as you do, you see on a big poster a big R, and it says Ravensmart. We'll get to you wherever you are.
Ooh.
That's really modern. Like you can just order it and it comes to you.
How do you tell them?
I mean, I could ask the ravens if you want me to.
Sure.
Okay. I didn't think you were going to say yes.
Do you try to speak to the ravens using your speak with animals?
Yeah.
Yeah, and as you speak to the raven, you see one just flutter down on like a sign near you, just outside the shop, and yeah, what do you say?
Hey, you.
The raven like looks at you.
Yeah, you. You can hear me.
The raven nods.
So You do like deliveries for people?
He looks around and another raven lands nearby. And he looks at you again and looks at the other raven. He says, "Hey, is this one onto us?"
He doesn't say that to me, does he?
He says it, you hear it,
Mm.
but he's saying it to the other raven. And the other raven then looks at you. Maybe she's one of us.
Onto what?
She can understand us. Hey there, lady. How you doing?
Doing great. How is your day?
My day's great. It's, raventastic.
Great. Hey, I was just wondering, right? You're from the shop just down the road?
Sure. Yeah, we could say that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And people order stuff, and you just go out and deliver it to them?
Oh, we are the messengers, you see.
The messengers.
Right, yeah. So, what you do is, lady, you find a raven nearby, you tell them what you want, and it'll fly to your local Ravensmart and deliver the message.
So you understand common speech?
To an extent, yes, lady.
Okay. I was trying... Okay.
So,
Why...
how did you
what
get
should
it?
I be on to?
What? Hello?
What? What?
Yeah, yep.
What was your question?
Well, you said something? I don't want to interrupt. You go first, ladies first.
I'm just curious what I should be on to. I don't get to speak to a raven every day.
Well, here's your lucky day. I'll tell you now, you can physically speak to a raven whenever you like. Whether they respond is another thing. That's the thing you should be focused on.
Is this my lucky day that I get a response?
Well, yeah, you're somehow speaking to me and I can speak back and you understand what I'm saying, right?
Right.
Usually only the Ravensons know what we say.
Right. The who?
The Ravensons.
Ravensons?
The people that own the
Ravensons.
Ravensmart. Mm-hmm.
They also speak Raven?
I've said too much.
Curious. Well, this was interesting. I'll pull out a few crumbs out of my pocket from my rations and offer it to him.
Hey, Frank,
As-
don't take them. They could be poison.
They're not poison. I can understand you.
He squints his eyes.
I squint back. I'm like, yeah, trust me.
I'll take one for the team. And he eats a crumb.
Okay. See, it's good.
Frank, I'm not sure. I need another. And he takes another. Frank, they might be laced. And then he eats another. And then Frank at this point is like, what the fuck? And then he flies over and they start fighting a little bit. And then Frank comes down and gets some and they both land again and they're both staring at one another.
I just throw the crumbs on the floor. I'm like, okay. Thank you.
And they both just dive for the crumbs, both screaming. Yeah, and yeah, I would say at this point the magic starts to wear off as yeah, your two new friends. Yeah. And during this whole time, you hear what Maeve says, but you don't. You see them squawking at Maeve, but you don't understand what they're saying.
So, what do you mean?
God, I'm sorry. This is the weirdest conversations I've had, and it says a lot considering our group. Okay. But well, short answer to the question we started with is they are messengers, and they kind of understand common speech too. They just can't reply.
Oh, and
But the spicy news is that the people that own the shop, they can also speak Raven, but they didn't look like druids.
well, you know, I was gonna mention that. I
What
was
is
kind
your
of like,
what is both of your passive perceptions right now?
well,
12?
13.
Okay, no worries.
I hate you. Okay. Can we just? I guess we're gonna start walking. Shall we go to the divine ward? I guess, Maeve.
The wine? Or the divine?
Divine. Sorry. Or should
Yeah.
do you want to go home for today?
What time is it?
I'd say you've been out for a few hours. It's past midday. You're probably getting around to about 4 or 5 p.m. at this
Maybe
point.
we should head back to the group before they think we've disappeared or run away or we hate them.
Yeah, and maybe there's information from the council about,
Yeah.
you know, the things we inquired from the Ember Ward. And then as we go back, we'll continue the conversation, I guess.
As you two are talking, you hear the fluttering of wings fly away from you as you spot a raven darting back towards Ravensmark. And as the pair of you start walking along the road, we will cut to our.
Sorry.
We'll come back to you in just a second.
Okay.
Don't worry. Come back in a
never
sec.
mind.
We see Arcturus come back to the front door of the house, and as he steps through, he sees Petunia just sweeping the floor nearby, but she seems to be eagerly looking over her shoulders, like she's expecting someone to be watching her. But she doesn't notice you, Arcturus. And then you see her quickly open a cupboard, take a swig of the bottle, put it back, and shut the cupboard. And then she keeps sweeping. Just as you walk in and the door shuts, and Shion, you hear the door shutting. Andros, in a slightly drunken stupor, you also hear the door shutting. That is where we'll cut to a quick break so we can go grab new drinks, go for a wee, and all that good stuff. So guys, grab some drinks, grab some drinks, some snacks. Tell us what you have when we're back. And yeah, we'll see you in like 5-ish minutes. We will be having another break very soon, a little bit later, for personal reasons, but then we'll be back after that as well. But yeah, first break, go. Hello. Tell us what snacks you got. Tell us what drinks you got. Let us know. We want to know what you're drinking, what you're eating. Guys, what have you got? What have we got around the table? We got Monster, as always. We have iced tea. We have, is that a beer?
Yeah, it's a black beer.
Beer. Brilliant. What else have we got? Water?
Dark.
Vodka? No.
Vodka.
We got special water.
Yes.
Oh God, we're
We
getting
actually
sneak-
got a little tap.
Oh,
Kinda cool. I like it.
Very
I
healthy.
Good, right?
I couldn't decide between water or cherry Coke, so I just got both. So that's my choice of drink. I'll definitely need a pee in a bit. Just so you guys know, at around in about 45 minutes, we'll be taking another quick break for personal reasons, but we'll be back, and we're going to go a little bit longer tonight. We'll go an extra 15 minutes just to make up for the extra break. So yeah, cool. Right, let's get into it. As Arcturus, you step through the doorway, and as you step in and close the door behind you, Shion, you hear someone enter, but you don't see who or hear who. But Arcturus, yeah, you see in front of you, out through the window, you can see Galoin seems to be like sweeping up the stables, just making it nice and tidy. You can see him tying down some bags and some hay and various other things within the stables, just spending a good few hours out there, making sure it's all nice and neat through the window. You see Petunia sweeping the floor and taking swigs of a brandy bottle from a secret cupboard. And yeah, you see nothing else. So, Arcturus, is there anything you want to do? And then we're going to jump to Shion to see if Shion would do anything as well.
I'll make it easy on Shion. I don't know this, but Tim does. I'm just gonna plop myself down in a chair and mumble some random words to myself while I'm tinkering my gloves.
Yeah, and as you're doing that, Shion, you hear the door shut. I assume you come and check it out?
Yep.
Yeah, and as you descend the staircase, you do see Arcturus sat in a rocking chair as he is just fiddling with his copper wirings and the such.
What are you up to?
Repair work.
Repair work.
Oh, as you can see, I'm repairing my gloves.
Do you need those gloves? Like, do you need them to cast your spells? You don't need them, do you?
Oh, I guess you have an arcane focus. Like, not like magic is appearing from somewhere out of nothing, right?
Right, so your gloves are your arcane focus. That's interesting.
Technically not the gloves, but let's don't get too technical about it.
Very well. So what do you think of the plan? And be honest here. I know Maeve keeps going on about it.
Well, talking about honesty, I don't really give a damn about the orb. Especially since I learned something else, which is on my mind since I woke up.
Which is what?
My sister.
You have a sister?
Since you've never asked, yes, I do. Back home, my sister. And apparently, I had a dream last night.
You and me both, but do tell.
Keen on hearing yours as well. But apparently, I saw visions about my sister somewhere in a. Oh. I don't know where, actually. So, I woke up and I was like, where could I get information about this all? The answer. A dear friend. So I ran to Kingston's sleeping spot.
Kingston? That's where you went this morning.
Yes, I've been to Kingston to ask around if he heard something, and well, apparently he is around Quirin somewhere.
Is she now? Well, that gives us even more reason to go to Quirin, right?
The Quirin, yes. I don't really give a damn about the orb anymore, so whatever you like.
Do whatever I like. With the orb, you
Hand
mean?
it in, keep it. I just want to check on my sister.
Right. Okay, well, since you asked, let me tell you a bit about my dream. Apparently, I need to be the one. I mean, Malakesh spoke to me. Apparently, I need to be the one who turns in the orb, or I'd be. I hesitate. Enslaved. And look, I'm not dumb. I know you had a similar dream. Vice versa, of course.
I had. That's true.
So, what are we gonna do about this? Do you want to be enslaved too? I mean, it could be easily arranged. No problem.
Oh, define enslaved.
Well, you know, cracking whips, handcuffs, the whole things that people don't want you to know.
You even think I thought about this?
Sorry. There's a cat out somewhere outside. So, you're the clever man. What's your solution to this?
I have no solution for now.
So you suggest we go do what the council want us to do? Go on a little merry tour around Northern Veritas? And then go to Quirin by which time it might be too late and we both will have turned to stone or something?
For all his words, maybe he's just bluffing. Maybe Malakesh is just bluffing.
Do you think he is?
Oh, at this point, I thought things were certain, but at this point, nothing is certain. At least not for me.
Your sister is in Quirin, you said. Do you know where?
They sent something about a city somewhere in the south. It had freedom fighters or something, who was once a slave. I have no clue what to talk about.
Whoa. Are you saying your sister is part of the Sventon traitor army?
What?
It's not in the south, darling. It's in the north. But there is one city in Quirin. You know how Quirin are city-states, like, right? Every city governs itself. There is one city which is governed by runaway slaves from Shartusa, Krakadoon, Alakash, and everywhere. It's a rabble of untrained misfits who have no idea and they only want to cause chaos. And your sister is working for them?
Never said she was working for them. I have no clue what she's doing there, how she even got here. Well, possibly she would like be dragged to the teleportation machine. I have no clue. But I want to find out. Guess she's as clueless as I was when I dropped in here. Quirin, you say? Only I know of Quirin is like stand and temple where I got like bound to you. That's all I know from Quirin. Yeah, I guess.
I guess the majority of Quirin is sand and temples. Not going to lie. But this let's cross this bridge while we get there. But even more reason to go to Quirin as soon as possible.
That is true, but
Speaking of which, did Kingston say anything else?
oh. How do you ask?
I don't know. You went to see him?
Well, I specifically asked about a second Vidalcan, and then his eyes were like, I know something, and I kindly asked him to tell me, and he did. So,
Without paying?
without paying.
Interesting.
Is that cat? Is it not like not the same cat as the one in the library last time?
You think it's been following us?
Well, yeah, we'll get that bridge when we get there. I think it's for now. We need the others. Can't go in ourselves. I can't rely on some so-called army or princess or I don't know. Like, are you even a princess?
During this conversation, you do hear in the background Petunia shooing a cat by the windowsill.
Am I a princess? No. I'm not. I'm not a princess. My father, or at least he used to be, one of the 100 Shartusan council members, which means he has a certain sway over both the nobility as well as the army. I'm not a princess. I know my father wants me to be, but in order for that to happen, I would have to marry the crown prince. The crown prince is a tabaxi, so that will never happen. Sorry, a Leonin, so that will never happen. At least, not because we cannot produce any offspring. That's not stopping my father. I'm pretty sure he has some plan for me, and I may want to be out, away from all that, the expectations, you know. I wanted to find something that would shut up all the wagging tongues about my heritage, all the people saying that my father is just a sycophant who...
Interesting. Magical devices all around.
Yes, yes.
Petunia is shooing off a mobile phone.
Toss it out the window.
That's in the cat's mouth.
Can I talk to him? Is it like no?
Yeah, it's actually a tiny little multicolored stone that's like a kid's toy that just makes noise. It's like a magical item.
Good.
Yeah.
No, I just wanted to be away and wanted to find something that would make not just me, but the Loranian family in general undisputed rulers of the Chartusan Council, so that we'd literally only have the king and his family above us. Needless to say, I did not find it. What I did find was Marrakesh.
Me.
And you, for which I'm grateful. And I mean that.
Oh, you have a hard time showing it, but accept it.
Right.
I'm gonna put some magic now, like 1 sec. And poof. And gone.
Okay, I was gonna say, has she? Because for
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
she hadn't, but obviously that's because
No,
really
no,
cool.
no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as Lan's gonna be right back. 2 seconds. So we will cut over to Maeve and Erhard as the pair of you start heading in towards the house. And as you start coming through, you just see Shion going back upstairs for a moment. She has forgotten something in her room, and as she does, Arcturus, Maeve, and Erhard, the three of you, sorry, are stood at the bottom of the stairs. Andros, you would hear more people coming in. I don't know if you would descend the stairs or not. Nope. Okay, yeah, not a problem. As Maeve and Erhard, yeah, you walk in and see Arcturus tinkering with some copper wiring on the arms, and just messing about with his items.
Well, as we walk in, I guess I just finish the conversation and just go like, so yeah, I think those guys, they turn into ravens. There were huge ass feathers in the storm.
That's really cool. But I didn't know that was a thing. So like people just turn into one animal, like a wolf or a raven.
I've never heard of a druid family like that, so I think it probably has some other background. Like it seemed very magically enhanced.
No, I mean like Andros's friend, right? Who could turn into a wolf, but it was like just a wolf.
Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe it's like
Yeah,
that.
could be similar.
And at that point, yeah, the pair of you walk on through the doors as Shion comes running back down the stairs after fetching her wine or drink that she had up there. And as she takes a sit down in the lounge with Arcturus, the pair of you walk in, yeah, and there's 4 of you now in there. And Petunia is currently shooing a cat, which drops this weird, like, glowing, multicolored rock in its mouth. And as it hits the windowsill and bounces off into the weeds and the bushes outside, you then see a raven come flying past, and like it lands on the windowsill, looks in, and then the cat goes for it, and then there's just some sort of like fight outside that's going on, and Petunia is just like, oh, as she's just like trying to stop this cat from murdering a raven in a garden. She goes out, and then you hear Galoin coming out trying to stop it as well, as this chaotic atmosphere's out there. But yeah, the 4 of you are downstairs.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, Chris.
Hello. You guys found.
Well, we went for a bit of a shopping spree. You know how it is.
Yeah, it's like the thing you do after like a Drake attack in the city. You go shopping. And I say that very
I don't know.
sarcastically.
Well,
I don't know about you guys, but I can't carry all of this money. That's too much.
I feel you, but I think since we are going to speak to Eliash tomorrow anyway, I might just buy some stuff over there.
you
Yeah.
see that little bag where you said the parchment and the gold is in? It was tiny, but like has huge amounts in it. That seems useful.
Weren't those the contracts? Not like the treaty?
Yeah, contracts and the money. Like they said, like 5,000 gold in that little pouch. Like, I must
Maybe it's
weigh
like a
ton.
magical pouch.
Yeah.
I roll my eyes and I'm like, did you put an Arcana check on that?
No, I didn't. But you know, it's small.
Bet you can't wait to get your hands on it.
Yeah.
You hear the back door open as Galoin and Petunia walk in, and Petunia's like, "Oh, that poor bird! It was attacked by that vicious cat!" And as she's saying this, Galoin's like, "Look, they're both fine. One flew away, the others ran off. Look, just calm down. Look, go and have a brandy." Oh, very well. Don't go telling the others. And she wanders off into like a pantry room and shuts the door. And then you hear some clinking of glasses from the other room. And Galoin's just stood there like. And then he shuts the door and he like wanders over to you and jumps up onto like one of the big cushioned chairs and just relaxes in it.
How does she even function with that much alcohol in such a small body?
Maybe she's just perpetually drunk, like all the time.
Fair.
Maybe that's how they become so old.
Must be something in the brandy. Interesting.
Also, just in case it happens, let's not try to have it happen. But in case it did, I am equipped to now revive any of you if I can get to you quick enough. But let's not have that. Like that needs to be plans Z, not B.
Wait,
Like,
what did you buy?
Diamonds?
ooh, you bought
No.
diamonds.
Not for that. I need them.
Pity.
I mean, you can, wear them, but then dead is dead.
Do I see the money lying around from Yusuf's at all? Have they sent that over yet?
Yeah, at this point they would have done. Yeah, at some point during the time that Shion and Arcturus were talking, someone would have knocked on the door. Petunia would have answered, and a wad of money gets placed in a small little chest on top of your dining room table, and it has a note attached to it saying to the Wardens of Arkenvale, to Erhard and Maeve specifically is on the note. And yeah, there's a little chest on the living room.
So we went over. So we went over to Yusuf's, and he sent the money for all the kinds of things we sold him. So
How was Yusuf? How was he doing?
Yeah, he was good, and his family was good. Closed for today. Shop wasn't open, but he let us in. He seemed okay. He was very grateful for how we've helped him.
he gave Maeve a huge discount.
Yeah. That was meant to be 350 worth of diamonds, and I paid 200.
Ooh, Maeve haggling for coin.
I didn't know. I wanted to give him all the money. He didn't let me.
He's so kind. He's so kind.
He is.
So while we talking, I guess I just go over to the pouch and take, I think 850 gold out, and then there should be 800 left, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Sure.
Well, I've been taking a tour around the city. You can say it's a mess. Not that bad, but still a mess. Helped some guys with construction. Seemed happy. So points for the warden, I
Construction?
guess. Yeah, they were like repairing stuff, and it seemed that it would fall over, and then was a calamity over the square. But I have some insight in construction and such, and engineering, so I gave them
Really?
some pointers, and they managed to fix it. So
I never imagined you as a builder. I could
Oh.
see it.
I'm not like the builder myself. I'm like more like an engineer, more like an architect. An architect, more like an
Ah.
engineer.
Right.
Oh yeah,
know
I
what
know
that is.
stuff about. Let's say I know stuff about how things are constructed. I can read those construction maps and such.
Oh, like you can read drawings.
In your words, they would be called blueprints, I guess.
Excuse me.
Like a
who?
recipe.
Blueprints. Yes, like a
A
recipe.
blueprint.
Like a recipe for construction things.
Is that a pun? Is there a pun in there? Because, you're blue and it's like printed on paper.
Oh,
No?
no pun for me, but now you mention it is quite similar.
Yeah. So is your tattoo also like a blueprint?
I like how you think, Maeve.
Do you look at your?
I
you
do,
look at
yeah,
your
I do. I
tattoo?
look at my tattoo. Yeah.
You can see the very faintest set of chains, just one set, slowly coming in.
Oh, it's growing back. You guys remember my tattoo was like empty this morning?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a neat trick.
That's I don't know if I should be terrified or if that's really cool.
I guess both, Maeve. I guess both.
Like a
You
living
know-
blueprint.
Is Andros down with us?
I have no clue where Andros is. Have you seen Andros?
Sorry, who did you ask?
Shion.
Oh, sorry,
you
I
did.
didn't hear. I did not. Maybe Petunia, darling.
I'll be just a moment. And you hear the clinking of glasses and a door shut, and then she comes out. Yes.
Have you seen Andros, darling?
Who?
The big elephant man. You know, talks a lot.
Oh, yes. He went up to his room. Quite the selection of alcohol he had. Mhm.
Well, there you go. Well, that's what I heard earlier. I thought it was just you.
You heard what? What did you hear?
Well, I don't know. It sounded like some sort of crashing. I don't
So
know.
he's having a party without us?
Yes, I think so. I didn't go look because, you know.
I think
Did
you
someone
guys
go
need
up?
some time to get apart from each other.
Yes.
Well, I kind of, since we all, or you guys rather, had a lot to share earlier at the council, I kind of felt like I haven't really talked about me at all, and I just felt like I wanted to share with all of you a little bit, because I do feel you guys open up a lot, and as much as I like to be, friendly, I don't think I've had a chance to really tell you guys
Well-
about my past.
Yeah, it's not to be like weird or something, but we didn't really talk about personal stuff. It was more like dragged out, I guess. But my guest.
Yeah, I guess we'll just go up and try and check on Andros and see if he will come join us.
I have an idea that'll get him out of his room.
Alright. All ears.
Arcturus, could you write me a note?
What do you want me to write?
Just put on a... Hey, stop sulking. Come hang out with us. That's it. And I'm
Sure?
gonna give it... Yeah, because I'm gonna get Socks to give it to him. And he won't be able to say no.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
So you want to go up?
I'll take Socks up and I'll hide around the corner.
Do you open the door for him?
I'm gonna knock. Like, I'm gonna set Socks down with the note and I'm gonna knock and then... Whoop.
Yeah, Socks grabs the note. He looks at it. He looks at you. He looks at the door.
Stay there. Yeah,
He nods and then just sticks a corner of it in his mouth.
it's okay. I'll knock on the door. I'm like, and then
He's just like kind of like sucking on it, but trying to chew it. But yeah, he's just kind of like mouthing it at this point. Yeah, and you hear a knock at the door, Andros.
How much have I been drinking at this point? I would say I'm
Roll me,
probably one.
roll me another con save. Go on, I'll
Okay.
say you've had another bowl.
Yeah. Oh shit.
It's been a few hours, so yeah,
yeah.
you've had another bowl.
This is probably bad.
Disadvantage.
Oh,
So
this
it's
is-
an 8.
Yeah.
because you are exhausted, which it would
Yeah.
have been last time as well, but that's fine.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're drunk. So you're getting more and more drunk. You're really starting to feel it, and yeah, you hear a knock at the door.
So I'm probably done with that one bottle. I would throw that one as well at the wall across the room.
That's what I heard earlier.
And then I just crack open another one. I feel pretty intoxicated at this point. I probably wouldn't push myself up at this point. I'm probably just sitting there on my bed, drinking at this point, just taking it easy.
Okay, yeah, no response.
knock again. Harder.
I'm just drinking, just taking another sip and just staring at the door.
Fine. And I'll take the note from Socks.
He like tries to pull back, but then he lets you have it.
Okay. And I just slip it under the door, knock again, and come back downstairs.
Before you go downstairs, you tell Socks to follow you for a second as you go down, and as he starts to run, he looks back at where you put it under the door, and he can just see like a corner of it. And like he looks at you and he runs over to the door and you can see him trying to stick his arm under, but he can't reach it. And then he looks back at you and he like puts his head down and like stomps on after you. Like he was enjoying sucking on that bit of parchment.
Has he grown since
Roll
I
me a
met him?
perception check.
14?
Yeah, with a 14.
Hmm.
Yeah, because you spend so much time with him, it's difficult to know how much he's grown over the course of since you've met him, because you see him every day. So he's growing, but not at a rate that you're noticing particularly well. But yes, he's definitely grown a few centimeters taller than he originally was. He is growing.
Good to know. Okay.
You reckon when he first met you, he might have been able to fit his arm under that door to reach that parchment, but now he's just a little bit too big to do so.
Okay.
He's also eating a lot. Everyone feeds him all the time. So yeah, he's slowly, if it keeps up, he'll become a bit of a chonk. So yeah, you can see him filling out a little bit.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. And yeah, I head back downstairs.
Wait, yeah, and as you descend the stairs, everyone looks towards you, and yeah, obviously no Andros.
I guess
No
I'll go
answer.
up to the letter at least. Pick it up.
You
Open
read
it.
the letter?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it says exactly what Arcturus wrote on it.
Okay. I'll keep the bottle in hand. I'll put the necklace back on. I'll attempt to head downstairs. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty fucked up at this point, so I'm gonna take it very slow.
Yeah, you bump into a wall. You guys start to hear movement just as you sit back down, Maeve. And yeah, you can hear something upstairs coming back down. You assume it's Andros in some sort of state. And then, yeah, a few minutes later, Andros does stumble down the stairs, almost falling over, but manages to right himself.
Ooh. I am glad that we didn't open the door to Socks. You good?
I'll just find the nearest like seat and I'll just like plop myself down into it. And I'll set the bottle next to me. Cause I'm pretty sure I'll probably sit near the table because there's probably a little bit more open space towards like one of the ends. So I'll sit down there and I'll set the bottle on the table, and just kind of, yeah, I'm just listening in. There.
Well, good to have you with us. It's it's been a hard day for all of us, isn't it? So
Mm.
yeah, I kind of wanted to try and be more clear about my past or where I've come from. And it's hard for me to talk about it because it's all very blotchy. Like I've had this dream where someone, like, I had a vision or something of someone shouting at me that they're looking for me or something, and I'd almost, I don't know, I almost feel like I'd forgotten about it, and it's coming back to me in bits and pieces. But yeah, it's really hard to grasp those memories of when I was in the Feywild. And yeah, I've been there a long time, and when I came out, I was with a friend, and we kind of got, I don't know, sucked up in some, well, nasty business. I thought it was good for us, but it wasn't. And you could say I'm a bit of, well, I'm on the run to a degree, because they didn't want me to leave from that. It was like a carnival. I thought it was for entertainment, but the lady in charge was not very nice.
Well, define not
Um,
very nice, Erhard. The Drakes were
Well,
also not very nice, so...
she kept people and creatures against their will in cages, and forced them to do tasks they wouldn't normally want to do. I don't know, she tricks people. She plays tricks on the mind, and it's almost like she enslaves them to do party tricks for her.
But how did you get away?
Well, my good friend Louina, she kind of distracted her, or distracted, well, a lot of them. And in the whole panic of it, I got away. I don't know what happened after. Yeah, it's I was just scared because we
So-
couldn't do anything about it.
What happened in your dream? You've never seen that before? Yourself?
What do you mean? The place?
Hmm?
Well, at first I didn't really remember it, but I tried like meditating about it, and it kind of, parts of it I started to remember, like my magical foci, for instance. Like it's a lock of hair from my mentor, and he was the one in the vision. And yeah, I do remember there was this village somewhere in the woods, and yeah, I had friends, but it's really hard to grasp all of it.
So you had a mentor in the
Yeah.
Feywild?
Yeah, he helped me understand my magic better, like anyone with magical capabilities, I guess.
And then you had a dream about your mentor.
Yeah, he looked like he was trying to pack up things, like in a rush, and like as if he was being chased. And then it seems like someone arrived that he was very scared of. And
Maybe
then
it's not a dream.
yeah,
Maybe it's a vision.
that's what I thought when I tried to focus on it more, that he I could see him talking to me through the vision. Like I could read his lips, kind of. Like I didn't hear anything, but I could make out that he was saying my name, and he was saying that they know who I am or where I am.
Hmm.
As if someone's looking for me in particular.
So have you got any clues about where they could be, or are they hunting you down, or In what area should we be wary?
Well, I'm not sure if it's connected with the circus though. It might be something else. Because I don't think they would get to the Feywild easily. But the circus themselves, they roamed all over. God damn it. Arantus. That's the continent we're on, right?
Veritas.
Yeah. Oh, Veritas. Never mind. Yeah, they traveled all over Veritas. But more in the northern parts. Like we haven't been to Quirrin, and I don't think they've been there. But they steer clear of the big cities, so yeah.
Anyone in the Feywild that you've pissed off?
Not as far as I can remember, no. But I don't know. Maybe it's connected to my parents. Because I don't know anything about that other than my book.
Do you know where in the Feywild you were? Anything like a name, a place? I could maybe ask the Antis next time I see her. That's if I see her again.
Yeah.
If it's like, you know.
I don't think I can recall a name in particular. I might have to think about it.
Okay, well if you know, let me know. See if anything, it's anything.
Yeah. Sounds good. Well, I guess I just wanted to come clear before we, well, go out there, and who knows who we encounter on the road. Don't want to get you guys in trouble, unprepared.
It's nice being honest. Feels like team building. Spirit high.
So
It's good to
Maeve,
connect.
since we are like talking about honesty, and it's just not you, but all of you. Just ask questions. If you want to know anything, just ask. And if the person is comfortable with it, probably be telling you. Like
but
Erhard did.
it's-
Like you felt comfortable now, so.
Yeah,
I'm
but the
glad you heard
difference
it.
is what Erhard tells us is because it could put us in potential danger. He doesn't need to tell us about his personal problems as long as it doesn't become a problem for us. What I'm saying is he's telling us because this could be our problem too, so we're prepared. I shouldn't have to ask. I can't know that. I can't meet you and be like, if I hang out with you, am I going to get in trouble? That's on you.
Fair question.
I'll just remind you all that if we do head in the vicinity of Karas, there could be one of the merchant princesses that still wants my head for killing her stallion. Yeah.
We'll
The
protect
Iron
you,
Vortex.
darling.
Who gives a shit who's after us? We'll just kill them all anyway, right?
Uh-oh.
I'm not sure about the killing, but let's ask questions first. Usually.
And
Well,
then
Galoin, if it... Go ahead.
and then we kill them. That's literally all I said.
If it's anything to Galoin, you will have the best bodyguards in Veritas around you if that happens.
Oh no, I totally know it. You guys are. I don't want to use the word killer because that's a bit. Yeah, you guys rock. I think I'll get some drinks in. Yeah, let's get some drink. Let's celebrate. Well, maybe not Andros, but yeah, I'll get some drinks. 2 seconds. And at that, we're gonna take a really quick 5-minute minute-ish break, just while we sort some personal matters out. And then we'll be back, and we'll be going on until about 1:45. So back in like 5-ish minutes. See you in a bit. Bye.
See ya.
Hello. Welcome back. We will be going for roughly 40 minutes. So yeah, hold on to your seats. I had to work that out in my brain then. It was just like shut off. But yeah, hold on to your seats. We're gonna play for 40 more minutes, and then yeah, we'll wrap things up. So we will carry on as you are all sat in the dining room and living room. And yeah, take the stage.
Lloyd, did you get drinks?
Oh yeah, here's some brandy that Petunia keeps in one of the cupboards.
Will we be in trouble?
Well, technically, she did offer me some before and said if I ever wanted a tipple, I could by all means have some. So technically, I'm having a tipple.
Is it more like a triple, but like ×5?
Should we just
Fine.
leave her some gold for it?
No. She gets paid by the council to look after this place. And apparently she's got multiple bottles hidden in this house, which apparently belongs to us.
Because we own
So
the
think of
house.
we could think of it as more of a tax for storing goods here.
I like the way you think.
Yeah. You should be in the council, Galoin.
Oh god.
Our,
no.
our new treasurer.
Well, you want me to look after you? I'm not the greatest at counting.
Imagine if you were the voice of Arkenville.
That'd be a terrifying job.
Yeah, but you'd be good at it.
I feel like all of you would be way better.
You think? Have you like?
He looks at
thought of
Andros.
that?
I think everyone would be. Maybe not Andros in his current state, but I think Andros sometimes says some really clever things and comes up with some really good ideas. I'm not saying all the time, but then I don't think all of us come up with great ideas all the time either. You know? Swings and round things.
Cool.
Fair enough. What time is it, by the way?
I will say like 6-7ish PM.
I guess we should be going to get us some dinner, unless Petunia is not too wasted to cook us up something.
Era, didn't you?
You want to try out those cooking utensils?
You cook?
They don't even know you
Well-
could cook.
Wait, Erd can cook?
I've dabbled. I'm not proficient, but you know,
Would you?
Sure.
Would you like some guidance?
sure, can do that. Okay.
And you go to the pantry, the larder, and you begin gathering some food supplies. You get your new pots and pans out, straight out the packets. And you get your spices out, and you get all of that. And can I have from you, as it is not proficient, because you are not proficient with using them, you can roll me a d20. And are you casting guidance on him?
Yes.
And you get to add a 1d4 to it. But yeah, you are able to try and cook up a meal. And you know what? Galoin will assist if you wish to allow him to help.
Sure.
Then you can have
Any help
advantage.
is welcome.
You can have advantage as well with Galoin helping out.
So do 2d20.
So 2d20s, take the highest one and add a d4. So that is a 9 plus
What
1d4.
the hell? No, I did that. What?
No,
Did
that's
I do
right.
that wrong?
You rolled
Okay.
a 1 and a 9.
Okay, so it's a 9 and a d4.
So add a d4, which is
And
a 1.
1.
So you get a flat 10. You cook up an edible meal. It's not great, but it is food. And, you know, out in the wild, out in the sticks, there's not always food around for you to eat apart from your daily dry rations that you would eat or your piece of jerky. But you cook a warm broth, a soup, as well as some potatoes and some vegetables. And it's okay. It's just not, it's not something to get overly excited about. But you cook up a meal.
Well, practice makes perfect, right?
Yeah, I think you asked for salt at one point, and I might have give you pepper.
Well, you know, we take what we get.
I'm not the greatest cook. I could cook like a rabbit. Ever had rabbit before?
Rabbit's good.
Yes.
Yeah, the rabbit's pretty good, right? Yeah.
Mm.
Stick a stick on it over an open fire, let it sizzle and crisp up. Yummy.
Is that your favorite? Like your favorite game?
Game?
Food? Like game
Good
food?
game.
Oh, game. No, it's just something that's easier to catch than like a boar when you're out
Oh,
on the
but
road.
boar's so good.
Yeah,
it's
but they
so
run
good.
real fast, and I've got very little legs.
Well, I think it's kind of must have gone off by now, but we did have a wild pig
Oh,
in the fridge.
do we still have that?
Should we have a look?
Oh, we should probably get that out of there.
Mm.
You flip open the fridge, which is still in the wagon. And as you do, there's this slightly gone off pig just resting in there.
Ah, if we leave it any longer, it might start running away again.
Could I have it, Maeve?
Sure? What are you gonna do with it?
He smiles.
I don't want to know, but you can have it.
Yeah, and he takes the pig and he puts it out into the yard. And yeah, he says, are you staying or?
No, I will. You know what? You can do your thing with this pig. I'm gonna back up.
Anyone that's looking out the window sees him sat on the floor with the pig in front of him, and over a little bit of time, a couple of rats start coming towards him, and he uses the ring of the rat to feed the rats to the pig.
Clearly
And
enjoying
yeah,
that
that's
too
what
much.
he does.
Just so you know, I won't be eating that later.
That's gross.
All right. So, drinks. Right?
I suppose we can have brandy, yes?
Brandy and what you made, so yeah.
Good.
How much have you had, Andros?
2 bottles.
No wonder you're like this.
Yeah. Great.
Right, okay. Well, if everyone's gonna just stare at each other, I'm going to stare at my new recipe. And I pull out my monocular, and I put it on, and I will start reading the one of greater healing.
Okay, and I will read out just a little bit for you so you know what it does exactly. Which one was it? The Greater Healing Potion? Yes, it requires 1 red adamantium mushroom and a handful of silver shade dust. It says 1 cap next to it, so you imagine it's 1 cap full of dust. The Greater Healing Potions restore 44 plus 4 hit points when you drink it, and it is a red liquid that glimmers when agitated and has small silvery sparkles within. It also states that upon testing it, it does not have any effect with the undead or constructs, so it seems to only be on living things that it has an effect on. And there is a small little diagram of a vial with the sparkles in and like the red swirling, and it does say in very very small print, tastes like a medicine that is strawberry flavored. So it
Okay,
tastes like
and I
strawberry.
will sit down and study it. Start my studies on it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so you begin that. Do you want to do the whole 8 hours or do you want to break it up?
It's more than 8, isn't it?
You are right. Yes.
18, I think.
It's 18 hours. Yes, that is correct for you to completely get it down to a T that you can then produce them whenever you want. So yeah,
So
you
it's
are right.
like 10 a.m. 18 hours from now.
Yep, that would be correct.
Yeah, sure.
Wait, no, that isn't right. It's
If
like
it's
7 p.m., right?
7, yeah.
It
Around,
would
yeah.
be about.
So-
It'll be about
12.
like 12.
So 11.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Like 7
It'll
hours
be
till
like midday.
midnight, and
Be
then
midday.
yeah.
So let me.
Be about
Okay, let's
midday.
do 12 hours then.
You want to do 12 hours of it?
Yeah.
Sure, not a problem. We will come to a roll. We'll do that at the beginning of next session. But yeah, that's what you want to do for the evening. You're going to be trying to test out. It will cost 5 units of your herbalism kit just to get this testing process done. So as long as you have 5 units worth, you can do it.
I do not, but also it's not completed yet. So can I just
Yes.
take off the 3 that I
Yeah.
have?
Yeah, not a problem. You take off the 3 that you have, and then you'll have to grab yourself some replenishment to fill that back up.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll say that's fine. Yeah. Okay, brilliant. Okay, awesome. Anyone else want to do anything for the evening, or shall we go to a sleep
I will ask May for the orb before
before you go to bed?
I go to bed. I mean, I guess before that we'll just lounge and
Mhm.
chat random shit, but
Just some chitter chatter around.
yeah. But before I go to sleep, Maeve, darling, can I have the orb, please? I'll promise I'll give it back in the morning. And I know you're busy, so I apologize.
Yeah, it's fine. Here you go.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I will retire with my orb.
And what do you do?
Well, I go sleep with it with the orb
And you
next
clutch
to...
onto it?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Anyone else doing anything for the evening before we roll over to the night cycle?
I go up to my room as well. I'll
Mhm.
finish the 3rd bottle I have.
Con save, please,
Okay, great.
to see whether or not you have a choice of what you're about to do.
Oh fuck.
Nope. You
Yeah.
pass out on your bed. You are knocked
Great.
out and have no choice of what you can do. You don't dream anything because you are blackout drunk.
Great. That's what I wanted.
Yeah, so you don't have a choice of anything else to do. As you stumble upstairs with the bottle, you go to throw it, you trip over like something in your room, you fall onto the bed, the bottle rolls out of your hands, rolls onto the floor, doesn't break, but makes a clonking noise, and just rolls, hits against the wall, and you are out cold. Fast asleep. Hard Arcturus, anything you want to do, or are you just chilling and then bed?
I walk upstairs after I told Erhard, thank you for sharing your backstory. And I will go over to Maeve and I will wish her good luck on the recipe. Now I go upstairs.
Okay, brilliant. And Erhard?
I think the first night or the first morning we were in this house, I read a book in the bookshelves in the or the library section, whatever. And it described like certain places and whatever, and I guess I would like to try and flip through it for like an hour or so.
The Feywild one?
No, the Feywild ones are I took from the Trispires, but
Yep.
there was a book on the region of Arantis.
Right, yes, yeah.
So if I can maybe see something like towards the northern border, like information about that. I don't know. I assume there's no drawings in there, but maybe descriptions of like border passes, or I don't know, like anything memorable that might be towards.
Yeah, so it does state that along the border there are various outposts that aren't charted on any regional maps, but there are small little military outposts that they use for like reconvening and coming together to relay border orders. It also states that the surrounding, for the northern side at least, there are two towns, one which is a larger town, which is Sardonis, which you already know of, and the other one, if I just pull up my map, I'm pretty sure it is Brackendale, but I will just double check for you so that I don't give you false information. It is no, it's Valabrook.
Valabrook.
Yes, Valabrook, which is the northeastern border. But yes, that is a town of an interesting point. It is a town a little secluded from the rest of Arantis, and it is right on the border of the Wildlands. And the reason why this place is a little more secluded is because Valabrook itself is known for having beast-like companions. They live amongst owlbears. They live amongst bears, wolves, direwolves. They actually house and train these creatures from birth to become companions and become one with the town. Many of the people of Arantis don't agree with their teachings. However, Valabrook is known to have some rather strong warriors that ride some of these mounts into battle, and the reason why they are a little secluded is because they're so close to the Wildlands. And what you would think that the governing force of Arantis would need to protect them more, however they don't, because a lot of the Wildlands folk don't want to attack this place due to the amount of beasts that live within it, and it is for more common folk, it's a little scary to go there. It's kind of the sort of place that parents tell their children, if you don't go to bed on time, we'll send you to Valabrook, where all those beasties live. And they're all like, oh no, Mom! Like, they're just like scared of that sort of thing, because they don't want to see monsters. But it is more beasts as opposed to monsters. But as you know, the Cloudtop Peaks house griffins. Griffins are tamed in Valabrook as well. So there are quite a few creatures that are tamed there. But other than that, yeah, they are the two main northern borders. The other one is the Trident, which is a swamp-like marshland, which no towns, villages, or anything of that nearby. And there are rumors to have frog-like people and fish folk that live within the Trident.
Oh, I mean, yeah, Erhard is definitely very intrigued because, well, having been with before mentioned
Yes.
carnival, there were very similar beasts and creatures there. So it's very fascinating to hear or read rather about a place where it's almost like they don't live in cages necessarily. They live alongside each other. So yeah. Cool.
But yeah, that's the information you find. And then do you go to sleep after that? Is that what your bit of nighttime reading?
Yeah, pretty much.
Awesome.
Just kind of getting ready for the journey as much as you can with the information that we have.
Not a problem. Well, as you all settle down for your night's rest, one particular person begins to dream. And let me just put some music on. We will have maybe this one. As Shion begins to fall into a deep slumber, she finds herself clutching onto the orb and gazing upon it, till eventually that slumber takes you deeper and deeper to sleep. At first, you begin to dream of your home, the deserts of Chartusa, and you see those once again rolling sands of a nearby sandstorm approaching the city. Your vision begins to turn to a hue of crimson, and then nothing but the color red is within your sight. After some time, you begin to see through that hue, and it becomes more and more transparent. Your vision returns, but now with a crimson tint, and you see the city of Chartusa closer. From within the second ring, you see your father going about his daily business. However, you see him also with vast amount of paperwork and various servants. No audio can be heard from this vision, but you can see the expression on your father's face of that of annoyance. He seems to be looking around for someone or something. And as he is walking around, shouting at his servants who are carrying paperwork and walking around, you then begin to see another figure wearing dark robes approach him. This figure walks in through the entryway of your home, and your father stops what he's doing. The two converse for a moment, and you begin to see anger come across his face. He begins shouting to all of those around him as he looks around expectantly. Next, you see another figure walk through the same entryway. This face, you see, is a familiar one. You see an olive skin-toned young man that's a little rough around the edges, with a head fully shaved by a single braid. His hazel eyes are what catch you first, and then the slight crooked broken nose follows. You know, the leader of the Tungsten Wolves stood before your father. The two seem to converse, but again, no sound can be heard. You try to read the lips of these two's conversation, but the red tint fades in and out, blocking parts of the vision. Yuno pulls out a scroll from a satchel around his waist, and as he does, he throws it onto the table before him. The scroll unravels, and as it does, your vision sees your signature at the bottom. It's the very same contract that you signed before heading out on your venture with him. Yuno's expression indicates that of remorse, and your father's face turns red in embarrassment and then to that of dread, and the red hue becomes more opaque. After a short amount of time, the crimson tint begins to reveal itself once more. But this time, you see some time has passed, as you see your father sitting within one of his many lounges, with stubble growing across his face, his hair messy and unkempt, wearing nothing but his silk nightgown. You see him drinking from a large bottle of imported brandy, and as he sits there drowning his sorrows, you see Yuno enter the room once more. Your father throws him a rather hefty sack of coin, and as he does, Yuno's eyes light up. He takes the coin and says something to your father before leaving. At this, your father sits back and finishes the bottle of brandy before servants begin to bring another. The red hue returns once more. As you start to drift in and out of your sleep, another vision comes. As the hue becomes more transparent, you see this time your father with a full beard and longer, messy, unkempt hair. Currently on his knees, weeping into the chest of a figure laying across a stretcher. As you look at the body of this figure, it's as if looking into a mirror. You see the platinum blonde hair, the dark skin tone, a white and golden flowing dress, and various pieces of golden jewelry adorning her. This small, beautiful, half-elven woman laying before your father. The body has clearly been beaten and bloodied, and the face looks slightly bruised and swollen. Yuno, stood beside your father, places a hand on his shoulder to show his condolences. Your father then stands and wipes away the tears, and you see him say but a few words, and the vision fades to red once more. You awake that morning with your arm outstretched, and as you look at your hand, the orb has gone. You peer over the side of your bed and see that the orb has fallen from your grasp and rolled beneath it. We'll start with you, Shion, as the morning comes to, and you see this vision. What do you do?
That fucking bastard. If I get my hands on him, I will strangle him with my own 2 hands. And I just try to regain my composure. I take, like, I don't know, probably like a towel or something that's in the room. And I wrap the orb in the towel because I promised Maeve that I'd give it back to her. I don't know, maybe she's still busy. But yeah, I'm shook, but I just go downstairs, pretend like nothing's happened, but oh, vengeance is on my mind now for sure. For sure.
Yeah, and as you do come downstairs, I would say Maeve probably did a lot of this in her room, but every now and then would return to the dining room if she needed a bit more space to work on the dining room table. And I'd say at this time, it's probably like 9 a.m. as you all are awake. And yeah, you see Maeve down there still working away. Maeve is looking a little tired. She is looking a little tired as she's been up all night. You can see her every now and then, like, her head's on her hand and it, like, slouches a little bit like she's going as she's reading these notes and trying to take in all this information. But yeah, you do see her down there.
So I just I carefully, like, I don't know, set the orb beside her and like, don't overexert yourself, darling. It's
Morning.
good morning. Are you all right?
Yeah. What's it like sleeping with a stone?
Well, I woke up a bit more tired than I went to sleep, I guess.
Ah,
It's those orbs give visions that nobody wants to see.
more eventful than plucky then.
Oh yes, yes, in a bad way, I suppose. Yes,
Okay.
but
Okay, I'll put it in my pocket. Thank you very much. You'll get it back tonight.
thank you, darling. But like I said, don't overexert yourself.
Look, this is gonna be pretty important for the group later on.
Later on, I don't think we'll be needing it tomorrow. Just
No, but
do it
I
at
don't
your own
know.
pace.
I don't know when I'm gonna have time. There's another one I need to read. It's probably gonna take me like just as long.
That sounds painful, but just take care of yourself, okay?
Yeah, I will. I'll be fine.
I don't know what time it is, otherwise I'd say get a little sleep before we go.
I don't know. It's like it's been daylight for a while. I don't know what time it is, but I think we need to go soon.
Hmm. Maybe you can get some rest in this afternoon.
I'll nap.
And as you guys are having this conversation, Ahad, Ondros, or Arcturus, you 3 awake. Ondros,
Yeah.
roll me a d20.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, you wake up with a killer headache.
Figured.
Your exhaustion is gone.
Yeah.
You are no longer exhausted, which is good. So you did get a good night's sleep. But yeah, you've got a killer headache. Any loud noises that come your way within the next few hours is gonna feel real bad. But yeah, you feel like your body is telling you to hydrate. And as you do wake up, you hear a voice. Andros, wake up! You have spent so much time asleep. Brush your tusks, get some water, and where has all of this alcohol come from?
Paula, or Grandma.
Don't call me by my name.
My bad. It's good to hear your voice. Where have you been?
What do you mean, where have I been? Andros, you have been sleeping for 2 whole
No.
days.
What? No, I have not. I have not been sleeping. Yesterday I was awake, and you
What
were
do
not
you mean?
there. You
No.
weren't in here.
Andros, I see the bottles
No.
around you. You have slept for 2 whole days,
No.
drinking your sodas. What has happened to you?
Grandma, you were not here yesterday.
What do you mean?
Instead, there was some other old lady that I think you might have heard about because you know you were from the
Some
village.
other old lady.
Decatha
Andros, are you
was in
calling
my
me
head.
old?
Decatha was in my head. The Scarlet Sands lady.
What do you mean the Cather was in your head?
She was in my head. The scarab is from the sands. I told you it was moving for a reason. She
What
was
do you
in my
mean,
head.
Andros?
You were kicked out or something. Something had happened. I thought you were gone.
No, no, no.
Ugh.
Andros, look. It was clearly a bad dream. You have had 3 whole bottles.
No,
You need
Grandma,
to take better care for yourself. I will not hear another word from you until you have washed, cleaned behind your ears, cleaned your tusks, and gotten yourself ready for the day. What will you think? The women of this house will not be happy with
Grandma, you missed a lot. I had a fight with a party member yesterday. I found out Ashenhow, I don't know if you remember, I don't think you were in my head then, but she died. I don't know if I told you about her, but she's a woman who saved my life a while back ago. And then all of a sudden, the very, like, you know, the same day, you're not even here to talk to me in my head.
you. Andros, I do not know what you are speaking of.
I
I have seen nothing but black. Darkness.
just promise me you don't go anywhere again. Listen, it was the weirdest thing to have not only you gone, but then, you know, I feel like now it's normal to have, like, you know, you, Brosta, you know, someone just there to talk to me when, you know, no one else is. And then when there's silence, it's like I don't like the loneliness that is anymore. I don't like it. And you know, it feels a lot better when you're there. I don't know, I just feel like I can, you know, I'm actually worth something. You know, because I have someone else there to talk me, you know, give me
Andros,
advice.
of course you are worth something. Every single person of this group that you are part of, they all see something in you that they need. Whether it be a friend, a shoulder to cry on, someone to have their back in a tough fight. All of them see value in you. Do not feel worthless. And for starters, do not ever allow this room to be this messy again. There are bottles smashed. What if
Yeah.
you cut yourself, Andros?
You know what? I'll take the
You
Take
feel
the
a clip
yelling
at the back of the head again.
Yep.
Go and get changed. Clean up this room. Have some water, for goodness sake. You are so dehydrated. I can see it in your tusks. Now go. Do these
Yeah.
things,
Yeah.
and then Granny will be here to listen afterwards.
Yes, Grandma. And
Now be a good boy.
I'll go do as she says.
Yeah. And yeah, you start you get some water, you clean yourself up, you splash some water in your face as well, just to kind of freshen yourself up. You get washed, clean clothes, tidy up the place. And yeah, do you go downstairs once you've done these things? Yeah.
I do go downstairs, yeah, and I feel a little bit more alive again. I feel a little bit more normal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and yeah, T'Challa has a little chat with you, and you tell her of the events that have happened. She seems strangely, like, shocked. You get the impression that she didn't see any of it. And you know from Brasta and her previously that they see the things that you see. But yesterday, she says she saw nothing. It was as if you were asleep for a whole day. But yeah, as that's all happening, Arcturus and Erhard, which one wants to go next? What do you do in the morning? And yeah, Erhard, go ahead.
Well, after I've fully rested, I don't know. I assume we went to bed relatively early.
Yeah.
So we got up early as well.
Yeah.
And I guess I spent like an hour or so and want to write in that newly acquired journal I
Mhm.
got. And like the mage from the council, what's his name?
Breck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like like a gnome, right? It's a
Yeah.
gnome, right?
Mhm.
Like he asked me to write down my experiences with it, and yeah, so I write down about the first time and the second time. So one plane travel into
Mhm.
nothingness and seeing well, not nothing, but whatever,
Yeah, the astral
somewhere,
plane,
and
space. Yep.
and seeing that space snake or something, was it?
Hmm.
Uh,
Don't know.
yeah, and the hair falling out.
Yeah, which you do notice is growing back. It's
Which
kind of like
I'm
a it's a little bit longer than a buzz cut at this point. It's slowly coming back, and because I believe Erhard's hair's naturally quite curly. They're slowly
a bit
starting to
wild,
get
yeah.
wild. It's slowly starting to get a little bit long on top now, and the eyebrows have all formed back, and yeah, you're back to looking like a human again, which is great. But yeah, you tidy yourself up for the morning, and do you head downstairs as well?
Ba-bum. Yeah,
Brilliant.
I'm pretty much gonna
Arcturus.
head down.
Yeah, no worries. Arcturus, what are you doing for the morning?
I just wake up and I go downstairs. I see Maeve. I walk over to Maeve. Put my head on her shoulder because I see she's in a rough time. Maeve, the progress.
I feel like I'm about halfway done. I don't know. It's reading thing is completely new, and I keep having to go back over the same words over and over. It's all written in ways that I wouldn't say things.
How is the monocle helping you?
I don't know, but I look at the words and I don't even know how to write them, but they just make sense. You know?
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. It's a
Yeah.
first step.
It's the first step.
Make sure you get rest, okay?
I'll get a nap in at some time today. I guess it was a nice gift that Andros gave.
Well, sometimes he can be useful.
Uh, I'd laugh more if I wasn't so tired.
And yeah, as you're all stood in the dining room, Galoin eventually comes down as well with like a toothbrush sticking out of his mouth, and he's just like, so are we heading to the council chambers, or have we got something else planned?
One moment, darling. Arcturus,
Sure.
a word.
Sure.
And I mean, I'm not going completely.
Just off to the side, yeah.
Yeah, not necessarily out of earshot, but that information about your sister. Did you get it after you slept with the orb?
I smirk. I look her in the eyes and I'm like, Shion, how was it? What did the vision tell you?
Well, the guy who betrayed me did not only betray me, he betrayed my father as well. It seems like he had murdered some poor girl who looks exactly like me. It seems my father requisitioned him to find me. Because after all, I was the one hiring him, and he would probably have the best clue as to my whereabouts. But he betrayed my father as well. So he murdered the poor girl, put her in my place, gave my father his sincerest condolences, and ran off with the money. Hence why he thought I was dead. At least that's what the vision told me, and if it's true, I will kill that man with my own 2 hands.
Well, you know where to find more information. Not wanting to upset you, but I know I got information about my vision. Seems to be true.
I will go see Kingston this afternoon. Right. And I just walk back.
Before we
And as-
we head out after this conversation, I'll grab something from my room, guys, real quick. I'll just back in a few minutes.
I'm in the
Yeah.
meantime looking over Maeve's shoulder as she's using the monocle I bought. Wow, looks like something was useful.
Yes, Andros. Your monocle is very useful. It's also very tiring. I didn't know it was gonna be like this.
You're doing this all night?
Yep. I haven't been to bed. Look,
You know,
it's gonna be beneficial to us, right?
at the cost of your own sleep and your own tiredness?
If it saves a life, then yes.
Well, we have time. It ain't no tricks coming to Arkenville for a while. I'd assume we have time.
Uh, you know, time time is a concept. And
It's a concept, all right, but
it's a
nothing.
concept.
If you're not taking care of yourself, then that's
I'm
That's kinda-
taking care of the group.
if you want to give your own sleep, that's on you. But you're not.
Who are you to talk? You looked like absolute shit yesterday.
a
You were
headache.
so tired.
Yesterday, no, there's a difference. Yesterday, I didn't choose to stay awake yesterday. I was kind of
Mm,
forced to stay awake yesterday. It's very two
mm,
different situations here.
right. Right.
Right.
So, you were tired. Today I'm tired. Tomorrow someone else is tired. It'll be fine.
I honestly hope tomorrow no one will be tired, because if we're planning on dipping out today or tomorrow, oh,
Oh, look, honestly, I don't think today is gonna be anything exciting other than talking to people.
hmm,
If there's a day to be tired for me, it's today, right?
right. You could have just done it throughout the afternoon. You could have done like this every evening kind of thing. But oh, I'll
But
spend
what
6
if I
hours
need
here.
it? What if I
You
need
said you're not gonna
it?
need it today,
No, but what if I need it tomorrow?
or you're gonna
Or
do
the
the
day
rest of the.
after?
You're gonna do tonight. This as well.
I might, maybe.
Maeve, I'm sure we'll be fine. We've handled a lot of terrible things.
I
What
will
is
I'll
what is a
remind
few
you
more
of
days?
this when we're on the battlefield. You're bleeding out next to me. Remember that time when you said to me that I shouldn't study the scrolls, my recipes? Bet you wish I'd done it now,
When
huh?
okay, listen. First of all, when have I needed a potion of healing? I've gone pretty well into a lot of combat, and I think I've done pretty all right.
You definitely drank potions of healing as well as asked Sir Drexel to heal you up
maybe
all the way.
one. Yeah, well, yeah, that's because he was offering free healing. I'm not just gonna
So what
tell
if I
him
can offer
no.
you free healing?
What?
Is mine? What's wrong with my free healing?
I never said there was anything wrong with your free healing. All I know is when you turn to a big snake or a big wolf, I feel like that's a lot more useful than you running up to me, dragging in a whole healing potion down my throat. I just think that maybe, you know, you're the big bad Maeve. You're the one who stands up there in a snake.
Andros, you
Eh.
hear in your head, "Don't be so ungrateful." And that's all she says.
Grandma, shut up right now. It's not the time.
I guess.
Anywho,
Why? So.
yes or hard?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, while you guys having that conversation, I more or less just walk by or in between or something and just have like prestidigitation, play some music around myself and whatever, and just try to lighten the mood and just let's go.
Wait, we gotta go to the council room today, right? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
And I am so sorry, Erhard. I know you were talking about some deep stuff yesterday. I got maybe a little bit of that. Like, a tiny bit. Like, maybe, I think I knew you were in a circus, but I think I already knew that, so I don't think the circus thing matters very much.
Well, it's a
Other than
bad
that,
circus.
what?
It's a bad circus.
The bad circus. Okay, I'll remember that. See, now I'm learning something about you. It's a bad circus. Great.
Long story
Great news.
short,
Yeah.
we'll catch up some other time.
And
course.
as you all start to get ready to leave, Arcturus, you were fetching something?
I did something
What
upstairs.
did you do? What did you go and do?
Naughty bits.
I'm not telling yet.
Okay.
I just went upstairs. I was gone for like a few minutes while the guys was talking. Now I'm rushing back down because we're gonna head
Okay.
out.
You can message me it privately if that's what you want to do.
I'll
if
do
you're-
that.
if
Then
you're-
it makes
okay, cool.
sense. It makes sense.
Yeah, sure. As Arcturus does that and comes back downstairs, they all leave the house, the humble abode, and Galoin seems in high spirits and seems to be leading the way towards the council chambers while talking about all the different places that you guys might be going to visit, and he seems very excited to explore some of the world. And as you are all heading there, you get to the big steps of the council chambers, you walk up them, and as you get to the top, the doors open as you see Estefan Gibblebottom there, and he says, "Aha! Greetings, my friends! Artemis, Mauve, Bart, Dondi, Shion, and Gribbles." I think that was your name.
Andros. Fucking annoying little shit.
It's a pleasure to see you all. The council are waiting, and so is Eliash. Which would you like to see first?
Eliash, please.
Very well, follow me! As he turns around and he seems very skipper, and he leads you down the council corridors. And as he does, that is where we will wrap up tonight's session. So next week, we will find out what Eliash has to say, as well as, what the council have to say. And I hope some reveals that happened in today's session. Maybe, I can see Lance's face, so yeah, that is perfect. I'm happy. Chef's kiss with that one, I am. Cool. Right, let's go around the room. Tim, take it away. Tell us where they can find you if you're not here on this stream.
I will be on the Team Logic NL stream on Twitch. Team Logic NL is where you can find me, also someone else, but later on that. Probably tomorrow we're gonna jump back in a story part of Horizon Forbidden West. And I have to say, and this is also, I already texted Jane about it, the moment this game is out on PC, you must play it. It's gonna be wonderful. But that tomorrow, and otherwise, somewhere around this week.
It won't be out for like a year though, Tim. That's what they do. These goddamn games on the goddamn PlayStation.
Imagine having a PlayStation.
I know, I want one, but yeah. So many good exclusives. Right, and below Tim, we have Eagle. Eagle, take it away.
Hello, I'm Eagle. You can find me over the Outlaw. I do a lot of crazy things, from Pokemans to, other random stuff. I mean, we kind of vary variety over here. And yeah, come check some of that crazy stuff out. And follow the socials, the Twitter, join the Discord, join the, follow the Instagram, and then also follow tonight's sponsor, YouTube. They are amazing. They, upload all our videos for us. And, if you ever need a channel to go watch some great content, go follow the YouTube. They have some great content. You can go see, I think, Onion's over on there. You can go watch Onion on that. You can watch Shion, or not Shion, Land's over on there. You can go watch some Land content. You can see some Tim over there. You can see, you can see Agent Zeb. He's on the goddamn channel. You can see Smitty Jane. I know Smitty Jane. Go watch that. And then you can see, a little bit of myself over there. And yeah, go watch that. It's crazy. You have the whole crew over there, and maybe a few extras. It's great.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you for that very detailed. Yeah, thanks. Cool. And below Eagle, we have Smitty. Take it away.
Hello, yes, you can find me over at Smitty Jane, playing Stray tomorrow. Oh, yes. Yes, also, like Eagle already said, don't forget to social the follows, check out all the Instagrams, the Twitters, the YouTubes, the Discord, join the Discord so you can talk to us. It's like a VIP treatment, but for free.
And I will also say on the Discords, you find there's some NPC information that you know about certain characters, which I will promise that I'll do more of I've got it. I just need the time. I'm so busy. Yeah, but there's all the recap. So if you're not completely caught up, you can just read through and see what happens each session. There's YouTube links as well, which we post every single week, and all that good stuff. So yeah, join Discord. It's cool. Also, sub to us on YouTube, because if you do so, it means if we get enough subs, Grognak will appear in a future session. Just saying. But yeah, Zeb, take it away. Tell us who you are. Well, where they can find you.
Well, as mentioned, I'm Agent Zeb. I stream over on Twitch right now because I'm on break and I want to do that again in the future. But anyway, streaming some variety of games, usually strategy, RPGs, indie, roguelike, stuff like that. Have been doing Go Medieval, which was very fun last week. This week I did Banners of Ruin, which is also very nice. And I might buy a new game next week because Farthest Frontier looks really cool. But we'll see.
Awesome. And above Zeb, we have Lan. Lan, take it away.
Hello, my name is Lan, and oh my god, if Grognak was not an incentive to subscribe to the YouTube channel, then god damn it, go do it now. Anyway, my name is Lan, I'm the female half of Team Logic. I'm on a teeny tiny little hiatus right now, but hopefully I'll be back next Wednesday with some 2 Point Campers. First time playing it, so looking forward to it. Let's go.
Awesome. And I am the Onion Soup, and when I'm not playing ravens and old gnomish women, you can find me over on the Onion Soup, where I'm currently running through a normal type hardcore monologue of a Mega Ruby. We're super close to the end. I've just got the 8th gym and the Elite 4 to go. Please, God, let me beat this game. As well as I'm playing some Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. Yeah, which is really cool on variety days. But yeah, I'm doing that at the minute. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching. I see you guys on YouTube. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for my own father that tunes in from time to time and likes to watch the streams, which is pretty cool. He always asks me about them. And yeah, thank you guys for being here on the Twitch channel right now. And can I just say a huge, crazy thank you to, I believe it was MJ, who donated some bits today, as well as a sub, I believe, as well as the craziest person, Paddy Max, who donated like 9,000 biddies, which is like insane. What are you doing? We really appreciate you. We love you guys, but please, 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 like a sub, get some emotes. We're happy that you're here. Ad-free viewing and all that good stuff. You know, just join us. Just come and watch us. We don't even care. Join the Discord. Sub to the YouTube. Keep your money.
And we should also not forget, and we kind of missed that, but Tim Butler, also thank you for your sub.
Tim Butler also sub. I missed that one. What the hell? Tim Butler, thank you so much. I've got a little crazy. But no, honestly, guys, you don't need to give us money and pay and bits and subs. We appreciate that you do, but just being here, subbing to the channels, being in the Discord, being a part of our community is more than enough, truly. But yeah, enough about that. Thank you guys so much. We love you. Smitty, Tim, do we have a raid?
Yes,
We
and
do?
you gonna like it.
I am.
Yeah, this was picked for you specifically. Specifically.
Yes.
Well, I don't understand. Sure, show me. Tell me. Who is it?
In the world of Twitch, we have the popular Onion, the Onion Soup. It's also a D&D group called the Unpopular Onion.
It's our rival.
That's your rival, dude.
Okay, yeah, brilliant. The Unpopular Onion.
Unpopular Onion,
Yeah.
Okay,
yes.
cool. What are they doing? Some D&D stuff? Are they playing a campaign?
Campaign 1, episode 13. So,
Cool. Yeah, let's go
Nice.
send some love over there.
Yeah.
Can we have the raid message? I never know what the command is, but can we have the
Exclamation mark raid.
raid? Oh, is it just that? Oh, even better. Okay, perfect.
Raid you.
Yes,
well,
sweet. Copy and paste the raid message, guys. Please, please, please send some love over to the Unpopular Onion. And we're going to go head on over there. And yeah, we'll be back next week with some more to find out what Eliash and the council have to say. So, guys, much love. Thank you so much for being here. And we will see you next week. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.
Bye.